What is up? How is everybody doing today? It's a Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's one of those days.
It's Friday here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're here. We're doing it again. We're back with another Kicking It with Kpop. I have the lovely Jeff Schiller. What is up? Hi.
How are you? What up, everybody? Yeah. Not a lot up right now. Just, the Kickstarter and NHL and NBA playoff action. That's pretty much
NHL and NBA. Who you got NHL? Who's
I'm a Rangers fan.
Okay. I know. Yeah. Sadly, my guys are out, but that's okay. That's why he's
not. It was good,
on
though.
That's why we're not using that today.
Yeah. The way you guys got knocked out, though, like by Washington, like just barely at the end, I was happy because I would way rather play Ovechkin, who didn't even want to be there, than Detroit, who'd all like actually have all this energy and stuff. I was like, yeah, give me them Capitals, please. So yeah, that worked out well for me.
Okay, well, I wish your team luck in the playoffs since my guys aren't there anymore. And also, Toronto went down. Oh, snap.
Yeah, that game 7 overtime. I turned it on, and that overtime, the guy went for the hit on Marchand and missed him. I forget who it was. Maybe it was O'Reilly. It was O'Reilly. But then they scored like they couldn't even get it out of the zone. It was such a quick overtime, that game 7. But it was exciting that it went to overtime.
Yeah, I like it when they go into overtime because some of my favorite games back around the 2000s. Oh, dude, that game 7 when we had the Red Wings versus Avalanche.
Oh man, back when like Hasek versus Sakic and all that.
Like, when Mike Vernon and Patrick Waugh started fighting in the damn middle of the ice, that was fantastic.
Bro. Yeah, I love his crazy ass. Like that's one of the funnest things about him. He's just a nut job. So it's like he's the Islanders coach now, so I get to see him a couple times a year.
We got the chat hyping up in here already. We got Phil dropping the NHL. We have a local homie right here, and then Wonger is Rangers fan. Love this guy already.
Let's go Rangers. 7-0 in the playoffs. First time we've done that since 1994, and everybody knows what happened in 1994. I think so. Let's go. Let's go.
Right.
But yeah, I'm super excited about that. Right now the Knicks are on, so like that's the NBA. That's why I got my Jalen Brunson on.
All right. All right. Yeah, I'm full on the sports. I love sports. Sports my jam.
Yeah, they're just the easiest way to stay home and save money. You just watch a little game every night. You stay home and kill some time. Like that's how I look at it anyway. But yeah, I know a lot of people. They bet on sports and stuff like that. I try not to ever gamble on sports.
You can't because you have no idea what the hell's gonna happen. It is fun though when you watch with a bunch of people and you're all giving everyone shit at the same time, and you're like.
Oh yeah, I love watching people, and it's like growing up in Vegas, because I moved out here from New Jersey when I was like 3 years old, and I moved back a couple times, but mostly here, and we didn't have sports until the Golden Knights came in 2017 or 18, 19, I don't remember, 17 I'm thinking. So yeah, like we didn't have nothing. We just had casinos where you could go to sports books. So it's like you'd watch the games. Everybody we watched a different game, so you just be kind of talking shit to everybody. It was fun.
Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot of backstage watches. Like we watched the Super Bowl together. And then we're all kind of getting back into wrestling together. And that's a hoot too, because we'll have a big crowd watching and then we're just all screaming and yelling and like, It's fun.
Yeah, I love that vibe. Like, I used to live with some roommates who were big Buffalo fans. And so like during the football season, the Giants game would be on my room. They'd have the Buffalo Bills game on in the living room. It'd just be like all kinds of people getting hyped over nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, oh, touchdown, they fumbled. I just love watching sports.
Oh, we had so many people when the Lions were playing the last game and we were like, because we were up we were up, and then that second half came crushing down. But the amount of shit talking and voicemail message we were doing to each other, yeah, the tides have turned. But next year, I'm coming for all you guys, Lions fans. You hear that? We're coming for you.
Oh man, I wanted you guys to win that fucking game so bad, man. Dan Campbell, he was a Cowboy, but he was also a Giant for a little while. So I always like Campbell, and it's cool to see Detroit doing some good. I never really liked Stafford, so it sucks he wouldn't want a ring. But I'd like to see Goff coming up now and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's been doing some good stuff. So is Dan. I mean, when you just go downtown, the vibe that's happening down there right now is just amazing. People are just having so much fun when they go down there.
Yeah, and I love that they've been waiting for this kind of team for a long time. I know how it feels as a Knicks fan, so it's like we finally got something to watch. It's really fun.
I've talked. CJ's not in here either because he'll tell you his woes of being a Bills fan.
Ooh, I've lived it.
Oh.
Like I said, I've lived it with my good friend Brandon, who's like if you look at all the magic powders, it always says like thank you to everybody. And Brandon Lyden he's always in every single book I've ever written and every single comic I've ever got. So he always supports me heavily. So it's like, yeah, I'm always there watching. And as a Giants fan, I always get to break his balls because they lost in 90 to the Giants, in the first Super Bowl of their 4. And he's like, oh, it's all because of a kick and this and that. I'm like, bro, you lost to our backup quarterback. Like, it is what it is. Like, don't be coming with excuses to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get out of here.
That's the
best. That's them Bills fans. They got to go through torture. I think, he's a Sabres fan. Oh, my God. Yeah, I think they're on like the longest drought of not going to the playoffs in hockey. That's got to be brutal.
Our poor Pistons, I think, did negative games last year. I don't know what the hell happened to that, but yikes. But our poor Lions went from like the bottom of the barrel to like kind of on top. And I'm like, I'll take it.
They're pushing now. They're a contender now for sure. So that's fun, man. That's it.
I'm excited. Next season's going to be so much fun.
Pistons, as a Knicks fan, we never got any rings in my lifetime, and I've seen the Pistons win like 3 rings. So it's like at least you got something as a Pistons fan. Like, oh man, like, we're playing Rick Carlisle right now. He's the coach of Indiana, and I still remember when he coached Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace and Chauncey and Rip Hamilton and all those guys. It was a good team. Corliss Williamson. Like, I really liked Detroit when the Knicks sucked. You had to watch somebody, and like they played, badass basketball, so it was fun to watch. And they beat Shaq. When Ben Wallace can beat Shaq, it was a good time.
That was some good stuff. I was a big Isaiah Thomas fan growing up. I really liked him. And it was just fun when you go down there because they would have like the DJ guy and you just every time Joe Dumars would do a play, they would be like, Joe Dumars.
Yeah, man, the fucking bad boys. It's funny because like Isaiah eventually became like the Knicks GM for a little while. Or kind of a long while, and it was a brutal time. But like, as a player, man, he was no joke. 2 rings in a time when Jordan was around, Magic was around, Larry Bird was around. Like, still to win those 2 rings is crazy. I don't know. I just love the like. I don't know if you ever seen the 30 for 30 ESPN has on the Bad Boys. You probably have, but it was good. It was real good.
Yeah,
John Sally's crazy ass.
Oh, John Sally, yeah. But man, we kind of tanked after like the Red Wings destroyed for all those years, and then just kind of bloop, 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 bloop. That's fine. Now we can go back up that way.
That's how it goes. You gotta ups and downs. That's how it is.
Yeah, you can't win all the time. I mean, then it's not so special every time you win. Can't be doing that. But let's go say hey to the chat. I kind of highlighted a couple people. Let's say hey.
I keep waving when everyone comes in.
I know. I see that. It's fine. I do the same thing. And I'm like at the bottom and I'm back at the top now. GT Comics was in here dropping at 3:51 p.m. What is up, GT Comics? We got Wonger. What is up, Wonger? We got Phil's Treehouse. Shout out to everybody. If anybody's coming to Motor City, hit me up from the 17th to the 19th. We're going to be doing a massive meetup. Muppet Madness Shenanigans. That's all I'm going to say. Come and find out what that means.
Muppet
all the way.
Madness. I'm down with that.
All right. Oh, look at you showing.
Give me that Josh Hart right there, because I see I got a backer because of the Knicks, so I got to represent.
Oh, I'll get down to there too. Yeah. So we're gonna show that off in a second. Glenn, it's been a hot minute since you've been in here. I hope everything is going well with you and the family over there in the UK. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for hanging. We miss you to death. Let's go. And you're in here dropping the links to the Kickstarter. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Glenn.
Yeah. Then I was talking to you backstage about all my Australian comic bros right here. Nation Comics. Way to go. They just had their first ever successful comic Kickstarter.
That's so awesome. Hell yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, it's fun when you get it, man. Like, oh, there's nothing like it. So yeah. And hopefully they continue and get, endless.
Many more. Yeah. Oh, dude, you would adore them. If you follow their reels, they make the stupidest things. And I just found out because half their comic company is in a symphonic metal band, and they be dropping dumbest reels I've ever seen ever. And shout out to Aaron, who is now my meme homie that we send memes to each other all the time. They come out to wrestling theme songs of The Undertaker, and they did a wrestling promo, and they were getting into it. And I you guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic.
That's awesome.
Been
that's
fun.
What I like to hear. Hell yeah.
I know. I like that.
As far as wrestling goes, I know you've read Magic Powder. I don't know if everyone in the chat has, but Magic Powder takes place in a city called Thez, which is named after Lou Thez. So for all wrestling fans out there, that's just a little shout out to y'all.
Well, there you go. Boom. You're a homie. I knew that from day one. We were talking about Mountain Dew earlier, so
Yeah, I didn't think that soda tweet would get that much action. I was just like, I need to post something that's not about Kickstarter right now, and I really want a soda. So it got a lot
I
of
almost
action.
wore my Mountain Dew shirt today, and I was like, no, I can't wear that. It's too much Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and hot dogs. Let's go. We were talking about this earlier, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good combo. But like,
It's
yeah,
a
I
very
had a
good
pizza
combo.
with some Pepsi, so I'm already ready to go.
Pizza and
I
Pepsi.
cheated. Yeah.
Listen, I picked up a hat the other day. Look at this. Pizza slut.
Damn, that's awesome. Where'd you get that? That's awesome.
Astronomicon. Oh, Gacy and their table. We're right across the table from them. I'll get to Gacy.
I see Gacy talking about wrestling too. Hell yeah.
Yes, Gacy, let's go. We got Alan Wu in here. Alan Wu also has a book called Shentu coming out soon and will be on our AAPI month as well. Watch it when it comes out here.
I had the pleasure of meeting Alan Wu at the Las Vegas Toy Con.
Oh,
so yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, he came by the booth and stuff. It was awesome. Very cool guy. He's also the reason I signed up for the Front Row Card Show. He hit me up and was like, yeah, they're doing one in July. So I'm signed up for 7/13 and 7/14. So if you're in Vegas, come down to the Front Row Card Show, Magic Powder, and Elf with No Name will be there.
Perfect.
Thanks, Alan.
Space Chimp Comics. What's up, guy? I like watching your posts as well. I had a lot of fun. I've been having fun on Twitter, which I never ever used Twitter up until a couple months ago, and I've just been connecting with all these awesome people. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's good timing because, like, yeah, I don't know, like, when I started following you or you started following me or what, but like, yeah, like, it's good that you're on there now because, you know, it's starting to become a kind of a dying thing, and it's like a new resurgence too at the same time. Because
it's been fun.
It's cool. Yeah, hell yeah. So I was trying to stick around for. Yeah, I mean, so. You're saying you started your account recently or you just started using it recently?
I started my account like 15 years ago.
Okay.
And the only thing that I would used to do is I let my mom use it to enter contests because she didn't know how to like make stuff online. So like if you go all the way back, it was like my mom like doing dumb contest posts.
That's still cool though. Like that's a lot of people I think got on Twitter for like different ways and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where it begins.
I know, it's hilarious. But yeah, then I was like, you know what? My channel's blowing up. I might as well go there and make one post. So then I was like, you know what? I'm getting way more traction on here than I do any of the other thingamabobs. So, you know, hey, whatever, roll with it.
That's, in my experience, is exactly the case. Because like when you look at the Kickstarter like dashboard or whatever, it shows you where people come from. And pretty much every time, you know, I get a bunch from Twitter. And like a lot of Kickstarter emails go to those people that already came from Twitter. So Kickstarter claims that they're from their emails, but it's like those are people that came from Twitter though. But like, so like don't play me. But so like, yeah, I don't even know how many, a couple hundred people that I email a day probably came from Twitter. So thank you everybody on Twitter who does follow my crap and retweet it and everything else.
Crap is the best. You know how I introduce people on my show? When I go to meet them the first time, I'm always like, hi, I have a crappy podcast. You want to come on it? And they're like, hell yes, I want to come on that. Like, yes, let's go.
They're in that mood, you know. But it's like, yeah, like some people, it's like when I did meet Alan, I handed him my card and he looked at the back because on the back of my card it says the greatest writer who ever lived. So I was like, I forgot it was even on there. So I handed it to him and he read it. I was like, oh yeah, because like, you know, sometimes I play it like, you know, super humble, and then sometimes I go the opposite way. It just depends on the mood, really. Yeah,
you got to change it up. You never know what's happening. What is up, Taint? He's been awesome. Yeah, that's Taint. There's Gacy right there. You know, you've been crushing it on the Whatnots. Go follow him on the Whatnots. Also, you've been doing kick-ass interiors on Hail the Crow. Way to go.
Hell yeah.
Dude, you're awesome. What else we got here? I'm so far behind. I know. The Lions game, I know we've been chatting and I've been looking. Here.
Real deep into it, yeah.
It's all good. We got Michael here who just dropped a sweet, awesome review for your book.
Yeah, that was awesome. I didn't want to watch it before I did the show. I retweeted it and everything like that, but I'll watch it afterwards. But yeah, last week he set it up that he said he was going to read them all and everything. So I was really excited to see what he thinks.
I didn't even know that was going to happen. And he was like, hey, this is amazing. I didn't know this was going on. I was like, cool. But yes, here we go. Here's the one you said you got a backer because of the Knicks talk.
Yeah, baby. And Knicks are up 3-2 right now, as far as I can see. So we got that going for us.
Perfect. I've got Lisa. Hi, Lisa. What's happening?
What up, Lisa?
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good name.
You do. Iggy's cover is great. It is fantastic, and we can talk about that in a hot minute too. Because if you guys don't know who Iggy is, the cover that I have here on our little lovely, also there in the Kickstarter, in there. That's done by Ignacio, and you guys should know who Ignacio is because he's in our damn comic community on the YouTubes. I will paste this in here. That right there is a link to Nick's Comics and Kicks channel, where Iggy and Nick have a show called Two Nerd Dads, Nacho and Nick. And it was on hiatus. It was supposed to come back today, but it will be back soon. So go check that out because they are hilarious. I adore them. So go check that out.
Yeah, and I mean, I adore his artwork, and I told you off camera, or off air or whatever. But yeah, Ignacio, he hit me up. I mean, we've been talking on Twitter for a couple of years now, but he hit me up after we did a Grand Theft Auto cover on Magic Powder, and he's like, "Can I do a Red Dead Redemption cover for the Alpha No Name?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he freaking killed it. Obviously, like it's so good, it's crazy. I can't wait to hold the physical version of it. But yeah, he's amazing, and like. Great deal and everything. Like he was like, yeah, just whatever you pay your artist, stuff like that. And so yeah, he just came out of nowhere with it. It was done before, even the issue was ready. Like he was ahead of everything. Because sometimes, it depends on like artist schedules if you can have it ready in time or if your Kickstarter should go back and stuff. He had me ready to go whenever I wanted. So that was great. So thank him for that.
Yeah. Way to go, Iggy. Way to go. And we will definitely be showing that off big time because I love that cover. He did great. And Flops did a great job as well because I like the pinky purple as well. It was great.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, Flops rules. Yeah, Flops. Yeah, I'm just so lucky I get to work with cool artists because a few years ago I never even imagined I'd be like this doing this stuff. So yeah, I got lucky, I guess.
a few years ago, I was doing art streams on Twitch. I was just showing my art, and I was like too chicken shit to even put my face cam on here. So I never knew I thought I was going to do this either. But here I am, spazzing out with all my buttholes. So,
yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's what you got to do to make it happen. But yeah, it's just fun. It's fun to be here. I'm glad I'm here.
Perfect. Nice. And then Glenn, yes, regular Mountain Dew is full of sugar, but you can get yourself the 0 sugar ones, which is my favorite. And I like that it's not so sugary tasting.
So I went to see my neurologist like a week or two ago, and they gave me a piece of paper of like stuff that's bad for my brain and stuff. And they're like, the no sugar and diets drinks are no good. And I'm like, it's worse than regular sugar. They're like, for your brain, it is anyway, because I have epilepsy or whatever.
Oh,
so
okay.
They're like, so apparently I'm not allowed to drink those kinds of drinks.
Oh no,
or I shouldn't be anyway. It also says don't drink alcohol, and sometimes I do that. What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but yeah, I'm already missing the list. Are there? Oh shit, yeah.
As long as you ain't got them brain problems like I do, you'll be all right.
I've been to like 9 neurologists testing done over the last couple of months because I have super bad migraines. So maybe that's why.
Damn. Hopefully, yeah, we could figure that out because migraines.
Oh, they're terrible. Yeah, like this one spot on my head for like 2 years has not just stopped hurting. And I'm like, son of a bitch, leave me alone.
It just becomes a part of your day and shit. Fuck.
Yeah. So, dude, you and Marco and Javon over there were having too much fun with the bros that had the Japanese candy selection next to you. But yeah, this was literally across from you, the aisle across from your table. So,
you didn't even see it, right?
Literally across from your table, dude. Yeah. What's up, Blake? How are you doing? Well, thank you. You have made the pizza slut happy for stopping by. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, so. Michael, I just got this from Slater Kinney. The dig me out.
Hold on. Let me make you larger. We can see this. All right, let's see. Let's make this larger.
Dig me out on cassette. I just got that this week because I went to see them live a couple months ago. That's where I got the vinyl. I was like, I gotta buy the vinyl live, so that was cool. And then they hit me up and they said that was on sale. I'm like, I got $10 or whatever, so that was cool. But yeah, great band. My little sister showed me that band probably like 20 years ago now. So thank God my sister got good taste too.
Gotta have good taste in music, and I am so far behind in chat. What's up, Aggie? How are you doing? We're slacking. It's fine. This is what happens when you like vibe with somebody, and then you're like, and then you're like,
and then everyone else is vibing with us too. My question, wait, before we skip that last one, why do you wish you were in Vegas? That's what I want to know. Yeah,
good question.
So,
it is very dusty in there. And he did write himself
too much.
He did write himself a vacuum cleaner comic. So maybe he wants to go vacuum the dust in Vegas.
I like it.
Yeah. What's up?
Piecing it together. We're catching
up. What's up, Ken? What's up, Ken? Twitter is so grumpy. I try to stay away from the grumpy side of Twitter. And then if I feel like it's getting grumpier, I will go and drop dumbass hot dog and or wrestling images in people's chats just for the hell of it, just because why not? So
exactly.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Yeah.
I got lucky, I feel like, on Twitter where it's like, I've curated it enough where I don't get too many assholes. And like, I do have like a stupid number of followers. I don't know if they even exist, but it says like I have like, over 8,000 or something. And I'm like, I don't know how I don't really get jerks all the time, but luckily I don't. And the people who come in to talk with us, is always cool. So like, yeah, if you're looking for people on Twitter to hang out with, follow who I'm following because they're all pretty dope.
They are pretty dope. I've seen them hang around my crap ass content. I'm like, thanks for hanging around, dude. Apparently Anlin says it's his most memorable business card and he cherishes it. Aww.
Yeah, Alan's a cool dude, man. That was the best part of doing that whole convention was meeting Alan. And also David, he hit me up. Another guy who he had backed all my Kickstarters. So he came up to the table. He asked me to sign a couple comics and he bought a variant cover he hadn't had yet. So that was super cool meeting someone who actually already supported me, and then meeting Alan, who's just like a new guy I've never met before. So those were the only two real interactions I had an entire weekend. But they were
I'm excited. I'm excited to have him on because the art that he has in that Shentu book looks amazing.
Yeah, I've only seen like the cover really, but it looks great. Like, yeah. And I know Alan's serious about it, so I'm excited to see how he runs his campaign and everything.
Perfect. I can't wait for that. And this has been my most favorite person that has been popping up in my chat. Their name is Like, Comment, and Subscribe. And I love the fact that you keep coming back here, and you are amazing, dude. Keep coming back here. Keep dropping those troll ass comments. I adore you. Never go away, dude. Never go away. Yeah. Keep coming back. Yeah.
These crazy people.
I know. What's up, Apex? How are you doing? I was on a show the other day and somebody was talking about you that I never would have thought would have anything, would even know you. And it's amazing how that works in a chat. Isn't that funny?
It's a small world, that's for damn sure. Especially the comic community.
The comic community, it's amazing because like I'm outside of Detroit. You're over in Vegas, but then we know people in like Brazil and Australia and the UK, but we all know each other. It's like, how does that work? I don't know, but I love that it works. Yes. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay, so that's why you were showing that off, because we finally nowhere near the end of this damn chat, but we're chugging along.
Right here. And that's my favorite album by them is All Hands on the Bad One. It was actually what was it, like the 20th year anniversary the other day? So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're okay. All right. How about this? Next time you guys come, because you guys got to come next year, I will run and go get you steak chips myself, and then you could go walk around the floor and then go, because I have so many homies that are over there. I might try getting pressed next year because I love that stupid con. It's amazing. Yes. You always go to that. Yeah, I hope you do venture to the Pizza Slut because it is the best.
That seems like such a 90s thing to call it, which is like growing up in those days, like that's what people would be calling it,
Because when you like think about it as well, Pizza the Hut was also one of my favorite things of all the time.
I love it.
So come on, it's the best. You could meet those blue.
Damn, yes. Tate meeting Slater Kenny in 98, that's badass. Yeah, I seen them live recently for the first time, but 98, that was when they were coming up. And you probably got to see him with the original, well, the second, with my favorite drummer is Janet anyway. So I didn't get to see her when I seen them. So that had to be awesome. So I would like to hear more of that story.
Dude, you need to get on a panel sometime with Taint right here and Glenn. Mm-hmm. Glenn lives in the UK and will tell you about how many times he's seen Queen live. And Michael Jackson and all this like crazy banana stuff. And I'm like, bro, these are like the legendary streams of all time. You got to talk about this. It's amazing.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. And then we got Brian LCS in the house. Brian, also, you were coming up with CBC Awards coming up in June, Comic Community Awards. And he has a Kickstarter going right now called The Doctor, where it is his first ever comic book ever being on the Kickstarter. So go check him out. I will drop you're also going to be on at the end of the month as well, so come check that out when you come on here.
Yeah, I gotta check out The Doctor.
X Twitter for business only. Yeah, a lot of people use it for businessy stuff. A lot of people use it for just spamming dumb stuff.
I do both because like I feel like people won't read my ads if I'm not entertaining otherwise. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if all you're doing is posting Kickstarter and stuff, you're not really adding anything to their stream, so they'll either unfollow you, mute you, or just never follow you to begin with.
I would rather just post dumb crap all day. And I don't care if people follow me or not follow me.
I gotta show off the gifs I make and stuff, or however you say it, GIF, whatever.
I could call it GIF. Why not? Because I just like think it sounds better because I don't know. And
I'm used to the peanut butter GIF with the J, so I feel like it's like a mispronounced with the G, you know?
Yeah, which is a hot debate, by the way. People will get
I know, I always see it
fired up over this damn thing. I'm like, I don't care what you call it. You can call it Todd. I don't care. Like, just post the damn thing.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and then down here, okay, so Michael was drawing. Did Jeff hold up the SK cassette? Yes, he did. Yes, did you miss it?
Yeah,
well, if you missed it, all right. I'll come back and show you.
Yeah, the sun's in my room, so it's kind of messing up. But the cool part is it's actually a blue cassette.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. I was like, that's tight. So if
and it's sealed. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, I just got it a couple days ago. But like, yeah, so it's like if I wanted to take it out of the case, I could put like, thumbtacks in the middle and just hang it on the wall like that, which would be tight.
Ooh,
I like hanging stuff on my walls. Like
I can tell you got a nice hat collection. I have a hat rack over there with crap on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that I just got this Knicks hat. Where is it? The white one right here.
Yeah.
I just got that one today. I had to go to the mailbox and get that because they gave me like a $20 fan cash bonus, and that was like $12 all could. So I was like, all right, I'll take a Knick hat for $12.
Cassettes forever. Yeah, cassettes are awesome. I didn't mind them. I melted so many cassettes in my tape player in the time.
Making mixtapes too. And
all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You would make a mixtape and you really want to scare someone. You would do a stupid thing in the middle of it and then just,
it just have like a random
flip out. Yeah. That was the best. Scaring people.
I don't think I ever pranked anyone with one, but I should have. I regret it.
You know what? My favorite prank of all time now. So back in the 80s, there was this doll called Cricket. And when the Chucky movies came out and they had my buddy, she was like this 2.5 foot doll. And you could put a cassette in her back and her mouth and eyes moved.
Oh, God.
So at nighttime, this thing would terrify the living shit out of me because it would be in the corner and I'd be like, oh my God. And then you could see like the light shining on her eyeballs. Because of this, I would have to lock her in my closet. So when people come over my house now, I put creepy tapes in their back and I hide it in the closets where they're staying.
That's awesome. You're hilarious. Yeah, that's so good. Like I need to prank more people. I feel like I was too
the world needs
waiting to someone get me and getting revenge kind of thing, and no one really ever got me, so I never got. You know what I mean? Like I never wanted to go first, motherfucker. You know?
Oh yeah. You always gotta kind of push somebody to you go first. It's fine, and then Victor, final girl.
I'm more of a revenge type. Yeah.
Revenge is where it's at, and also Alan coming in here with a .Jeff. There you go. You can call it a .Jeff from now on.
We can make that official on the whole entire internet. So I like that.
Makes sense. There's so many Jeffs. There's Jeffs all over the place. My dad and my brother are also named Jeff.
My dad is also named Jeff, so I hear you.
Tate, what are you saying here? And you worked at a small museum. Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Damn, that sounds like quite a jam. I would love to work at Music Says.
Dude,
yeah, that's awesome.
I love those
Thanks
weird.
for expanding on that also.
Yeah, I'm glad that you did, Tate. I love weird stories. All right. We finally caught up with the damn chat. All right. Now that we caught up with the damn chat, Andrew Large, for those that do not know you, who the hell are you? Give us an introduction to the Jeff.
All right. So I am Jeff Schiller. I write Magic Powder, which is a fantasy gangster crime series that I started 3 years ago with an artist named Danielle Aquilani. And then last year I started a second comic series called The Elf with No Name. And it's a spin-off of Magic Powder, but it takes place way in the past. And I'm doing that with an artist named Jeff Foulsham or Foulsham. I'm not exactly sure how to say it because I've never actually spoken to any of the artists I've worked with. Like I've talked to them all through the internet. It's crazy to think about now that I'm saying it. But yeah, it's all like Discord or DMs or emails, But yeah, I've never been on a damn podcast. Like Jeff could have been on here with me maybe or something, but I haven't done a podcast with anyone else or anything. Ignacio, I've never done.
I probably could have invited Ignacio and just had him pop on for a few minutes. I know he's like in a weird time zone, but that's okay. We could have done it. Glenn made it. They're probably in the same time zone. They're like kind of right there. But yeah, no, I was talking to him like 10 minutes before this. So yeah, no, he's on. Oh my God. .JFF.
I like it. We're taking over already.
I like where it's coming from.
We're spreading. But yeah, I love it. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as it goes, yeah. So as far as the artists and stuff, so I haven't met any of these guys. They're all great. But I would like to do a convention maybe in Italy with Danielle for Magic Powder, stuff
Ooh.
like that.
Okay.
So I'm getting my passport hopefully soon, and that's the plan. Maybe go check it out. I don't know how he feels about that even, because like we haven't talked about it yet. Because
you're gonna have to do it now. It's out in the open. You gotta go do it.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, that's what I am as a comic writer. Those two things of all I know, and that's all I've done. So yeah, not a very like famous or prolific writer of any kind. I'm just coming out now, basically.
You like Mountain Dew and hot dogs. You sold.
Yeah, most sodas are pretty good. It's like cereal. You can't really go wrong.
Yes.
Even candy. It's
Oh my God. Give me a pack of Sour Patch Kids and that'll be gone in like 2 seconds.
Sour Patch Kids are so good. And it's funny because the guy, that shirt I shed, this guy Josh Hart, number 3 on the Knicks, he has this big thing where he talks about he eats candy all the time and he loves Mike and Ike's, and now it looks like he's getting a sponsorship of his own Mike and Ike brand. So I'm excited about that.
It's an own Mike and Ike brand. That's awesome. Now that's how you know you made it. Yeah. What's it called?
Like the Josh Hart 3-point selection or something like that. It hasn't even come out yet. He showed one picture of it like last week, so I'm excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Like when you branch out and start getting branded products, that's how you know. Also, Brian here is also Go Knicks. Yeah, there you go.
Go Knicks, baby. So he got the Godfather thing. It looks like it says on his logo.
Yeah, he's the Godfather in the community. That's how a lot of people call him that. So yeah,
that's awesome. That's obviously the basis of the Dwarffather in Magic Powder comes from the Godfather, which actually right above my head right here. Who's that? That's Michael Corleone right here.
Oh, look at you! Look at this.
Yeah,
nice.
Just chilling above us. But yeah, hell yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to also drop this because you actually have, if people have not read any of these, I suggest that they go to your website because you have a sale right now for issue 1 for digital. So they want to go just read that. They can go do
that. Yeah. Getmagicpowder.com. Issue number 1, Magic Powder is always free. No rush. It's always there. I'm never going to charge for the digital issue unless you want to pay for that's your business. But like, it's basically there for anyone that wants to read it at this point because, I feel like it's good enough to get people hooked on the rest of them. So might as well give it out. It's like the first taste is free, like with drugs,
That's how you get them hooked. Like one little time, you're like, hey, come check this out. And I have a feeling that they will get hooked because there's been so many cool. I crushed issues 1 through 5 and the Elf with No Name. And I absolutely adored all of it because it has a mixture of just like everything that I love. And I like that, like, most of the backgrounds is kind of like the muted colors of but classic comics. But then you have the hot pops of like the pinks, the blues, the purples, and all that stuff. And it really works, especially when it gets kind of violent and there's blood and stuff. I'm like, yes, that's my favorite.
Danielle, when he first told me he could do the lettering and the coloring, I don't think he felt comfortable with it exactly, but he's like, I could do it. And then the first page he sent me colored, I was like, damn, like I love his colors. So I was like, yo, you definitely. And I've even had people hit me up being like, hey, will Danielle color my book and stuff? And I'm like, you got to ask Danielle, I'm not, hopefully he's too busy doing Magic Powder to do anything else, but that's up to him. So.
Yeah, take that, guys. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's been fun. But no, I loved it. And I loved because The Elf with No Name is it's a prequel. It's set further in the past. And what I love about that book too is it's even more of that old school style classic comics, but I adore how it looks like the ink is smeared around the panels and it kind of blurs off. And then some of the ink will go outside the edges. Like that's my favorite. I love that. And it has that very classic, like golden age style to it. I adore that. It's so cool.
Yeah. And Jeff's another one where he's not sure about his coloring and stuff. He's more of an inks guy. And I love it too. And when you go through it, because their styles are totally different. So it's cool that, he captures being in the past kind of thing. Like it feels like if you were, I don't know if you ever read not read anything, but if you ever watched Unforgiven and you see the guy making the books and stuff like that, like it almost feels like if you were in the old West and you had like a little old book. So yeah, I love his style. And it's just like you said, if it's perfectly in the prequel aspect, concept and stuff like that. So yeah, I just, like I said, I get so lucky with these damn artists. It's like he's the first one I ever asked to do it. Danielle's the first one I ever asked to do Magic Powder. It's not like I had to hunt for these people. It's just got lucky and their freaking art is beautiful. It just when you can picture something in your head and you can just write it out and then they make it even like more vivid than you ever imagined. It's such a cool feeling.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought I was so impressed with this as well is when you're reading The Elf with No Name, even the digital copy, which is amazing, has that textured old school style. It looks like you're looking at the newsprint on the digital copies. So you're looking at the art, but you're also looking at it where it's getting you the feels of that texture in there. And I love that. I thought that was fantastic when I was reading that.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but like, yeah, it's exactly like you said. It's just like it looks like a comic from a newspaper, and it's just beautiful. I don't know, like, yeah, he's because like Jeff even hired a flatter for the second issue, so we used the flatter for some of it, but then the flatter dropped off, and he had to finish it himself and stuff. And I don't even know how he feels about that, so we'll have to ask him one of these days. But overall, like, I think the art and the coloring has only gotten better in the second issue. I feel like he's just getting stronger and more comfortable with the concept. So it's just going to keep getting better with each issue. Sorry.
Yes. Two other things that I really loved about the issues was at the end, you had that little like character bio thing. But my favorite part of this, because I'm super big into horror, was the very, very end where you did the RIP page, and each issue that you did that, you show the characters and their death scenes. Brava.
Thank you.
Brava to you. Yes.
I've gotten a lot of positive feedback for that. So I guess like not a lot of other comics have ever had this idea. So yeah, when I came up with it, it was pretty much around the same time I came up with Magic Powder. I was like, every page, because I knew it was going to be violent as fuck, and I knew there was going to be a lot of deaths. So yeah, and like, we haven't had an issue without any deaths yet. So when that happens, I'll have to deal with that then. But the Elf with No Name will be a little different. It won't be exactly like that. But yeah, Al liked it. Al was digging it. A lot of, just pretty much anyone who actually has checked out Magic Powder, when they get to that RIP page, I think they're like, oh shit. Like, so it's cool. It's cool to have like an original concept in a comics platform which has been around forever, you know what I mean? So it's cool, like, and I'm glad you like it. Like, yeah, it's just cool. I feel pretty cool when people say it's cool.
And I love that at the end too, because sometimes it's not even like a vague character. It'd be like some weird little dude you only showed up for like 2 seconds, and then you're like, this is their name. You're like, who the hell was that? But he died. It was horrific. It was amazing. Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Yep. I'm like, they had a story too, man. But yeah.
Side stories up into their death scene. There you go. There's extra. Yes. Yeah. I know you also talked about this in your thing too, but that was my favorite thing as I was flipping the pages. The old school coloring style, but also it felt modern, because I was getting vibes from like a few different things as I was reading these. I was getting vibes of like Westerns, but also like D&D, but also D&D meets Dick Tracy. Because like some of it gave you that 1940s, but also like a modern touch type feel, but it also felt like the henchman in there. And I love that. I'm like so into all that stuff, and I love it all.
Yeah, me too. And it's funny you said Dick Tracy, because like when I would go on other podcasts and stuff, they'll be like, oh, what's like a license you would like to, work on or something. And it was always Dick Tracy. But now that Dick Tracy has just come out as its own thing again, it's like, damn, someone already beat me to it. But maybe that just means it's open up for the future. So we'll see. But yeah, Dick Tracy's a fun idea.
Crossover event could happen.
Yeah, oh man, that'd be so fun. Like, yeah, I'm down with that.
Alan's gonna steal the rip wall page for Shentu. If it makes sense. You can find a way to do it, Alan. You can find a way to do it. But I feel like there's no gratuitous violence in Shentu.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I almost want it to feel almost like like the lives are almost meaningless in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's almost a joke that they're dead, that kind of thing. Like everybody's life is just paper thin in Magic Powder. Like you never know when you're gonna die.
They're all up for grabs. No one is safe. Not a single person. Like I
try not to give no plot armor out. You know what I mean?
No,
like that kind of stuff.
I like that. I like that because I'm like, oh, this is my new favorite character. And then you're like, oh shit. And then you're like, ah.
There's been at least 2 issues where people are like, this character better not die. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
you're reading the wrong comic book if you don't want characters to die.
Oh, harsh, harsh. Yeah. I also kind of like the setup that happened in issue 5. I'm not going to give too much away, but I saw that. Yes. I see what you did there.
Would be the end of the first arc, so it's like season finale type stuff. So a lot of stuff will get wrapped up, and then a lot of new stuff will open up. So yeah, I'm really excited about getting to the second arc too. Some new characters, stuff like that.
Well, that's
I
gonna
think
be
we just
fun.
got a new backer too, so thank you.
A new backer, nice. Here,
Yeah.
let me drop the link again. I think Glenn might have had to take off, but that's okay. And also, I kind of probably need to add way more. Oh, there you go. Oh, dude, I didn't even have
Glenn
to do
in
it.
the house.
Bam,
Yeah.
Glenn is hooking it up. Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, go check it out because we're gonna be going to there soon. But I'm having way too much fun talking to you. You're awesome. I knew this was gonna happen, so yeah, we're gonna be talking for a while. But no, I really enjoyed it. So this is really your first 2 books that you've done?
I mean, I've been writing my whole life. I've been wanting to do a comic book since I graduated.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, I tried to do a comic book. Like my brother was pretty good at art when we were younger. So in elementary school, I always thought we would kind of make our own comics, but our lives just went totally different ways. And then, thanks, Brian. Thank you a lot for backing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I wanted to be a screenwriter. I wanted to like work on TV shows, stuff like that. So I originally self-published some screenplays as books on Amazon.
Okay.
Just to see how it would go, if there was any kind of market for that, stuff like that. Didn't really go all that well. It was like mostly the only people that bought it were like people, like friends and family, that kind of thing. And like, overall Amazon kind of screws you on like getting your own copies and things like that. So I would never recommend self-publishing through Amazon personally.
I would rather go through lulu.com than Amazon, only because you could buy ahead of time and have them send it to you, and you could do kind of more damage control. Because if you order something from Amazon, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna throw your book in a bubble mailer and mail it out. They
Oh my God. It's like, yeah, if you
terrible.
order a collectible, they don't even put bubble in it sometimes. Like, yeah, that Amazon's really lazy with shipping, but it's because there's so many people like no one even has accountability.
They can't keep track. They can't keep track of orders. It's insane. But yeah, if you really want to self-publish, find actual self-publishers that do books, that if you want to get them out there. Because I know a lot of guys that will go through Lulu and publish like their graphic novels or art books, and then order like 50 and then take those to cons so that they have them. That way they can sign them, so they'll have them on hand. But
that's the way. Yeah, that's the way to go.
That's the way to go, because that way you're doing severe quality control as well. And you backed because the Knicks thing. I know you did. Yeah. The Knicks are killing it right though. The Knicks are killing it. It's the game is happening.
Us Knicks fans got to stick together. It's been hard 37 years for me so far. So it's like my dad's always like, well, I got to see him win when I was a kid and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you're old now, so shut up. But yeah, it's like, I need my own ring, man. And the funny thing about the Knicks is too, we have a commentator named Walt Clyde Frazier, and he's basically the best Knick player of all time. And he's like hilarious, like as a commentator. He's always like rhyming. He wears like the craziest suits. Like if you see all the way in the back over here, you can't really see it because of the sun, but it's like a cow colored hat, and it's like based on his suit. And it's like Clyde Frazier is just like the greatest character in sports. I feel like I love that guy. So I'm mad that I wasn't old enough to watch him play, but as a commentator, I'm so spoiled to get to hear him. So.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Tate won a giveaway they did, and it was through Amazon. That's the bubble mailer thing strikes again. Yeah, it's just a shame that happens, but they really need to. If they're gonna do like the book thing, they need to realize that it needs to come to people that are not destroyed. I mean,
wasn't Amazon like originally a book thing first? Like
I believe they were
books?
Book, and then like they did the Kindle whatever thingies. Like you would think that they would take more time and effort and put it into that. And I'm sorry that got to you. Hopefully it got there intact and not damaged. Hopefully you could still read it and enjoy it, because I also enjoyed that book. I also know Michael was another one of the winners of that as well. I had another winner, and I have to reach out to them because I have to go back and watch the stream because I was so dead that day. But also S Vaughn is in the chat. This is Scotty. If you have not been on his show, I suggest being on his show. He hosts the show every Monday. I don't know how far booked out he is, but I know he really loves your Magic Powder series. So he would be another one to get in touch with, to hook up with. I will send you his details later.
Yeah, because I mean, even if not for this campaign, there's always another campaign in the future,
Yeah. Always hustling. Yeah, you guys gotta stick together. Boom. You have no idea where people are gonna back from. They might look at my thing and go,
yeah, I mean, already just being on here, it's already been popping off. But like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like, you never know where backers are going to come from. That's why, like, I see some people run campaigns, and I feel like they're almost like shy about it. Like, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to tweet too much. They don't want to post too much. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, man, I'm like a guy on the sidewalk. Like, every motherfucker that walks by, I'm be like, yo, you want this? You want this? You want this? Because like, that's the only way you're going to find out who really wants it. You know what I mean? And sometimes maybe they don't want it, and that's fine. But like, yeah, if they do want it, you're going to know, and then you're going to keep making sales. You gotta put it in front of somebody first, you know. And it's like we don't have a commercial on the Super Bowl. We don't have any of that kind of crap. So you got to do it
has
yourself.
$90 trillion to do a commercial on the Super Bowl. That's
Exactly. And it's like who knows how effective that would even be. Honestly, that's what I would like to know. But yeah, I just advertising is all about this guerrilla marketing nowadays, and that's how we got to do it.
So that was an interesting thing too, because a bunch of buds of mine, we all had our TVs going at the same time we were watching the Super Bowl. We all had different commercials.
Oh, because you're in different markets
we were completely different areas, but we all had different commercials. We were like, what are you watching? And they're like, aren't you seeing this? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Like, did you not just see that? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, no, we had completely different shit.
It's like, someone's laughing at jokes you're not getting. Like,
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, did you not see that? That was the best. I'm like, no, I had like a Toshiba commercial. That was like nothing. What are you? What you're laughing
it's some goddamn local car wash. I don't know what's going on.
And then I'm like, how are these people affording a Super Bowl commercial? There's no way this business makes as much money to afford a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I always wonder that kind of stuff. But like, so I mean, it's funny though that you mentioned it like that, because like, nowadays everybody has watch parties online and stuff. So it's funny to see when the commercials go down like that.
That's why we're all like, wait, because Tate was there as well. And we were like, what are you watching? And it was like, it was amazing. But that's kind of more entertaining than the commercials, because you're like arguing with each other, like, why? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you'll be like, oh, I saw that one last commercial break and stuff. Like, that's hilarious. Oh, Glenn's got to go. Later, Glenn. Good night.
That's okay, Glenn. I am so happy that you got to stop by. You dropped some links. We got to chill with you for a minute. Have a good night, Glenn. We'll catch up tomorrow. Hopefully we'll play some Fortnite or something for a hot minute. Good night, Glenn. What's up, Mastodon? Hi, Mastodon. You might. He also hosts a music series. It's on hiatus right now, but him and the Comic Bros will do a series where they feature artists and stuff. Going back to your music on your wall back there. Check that out.
As far as like music influences go with Magic Powder and stuff, the first issue is just called Magic Powder, but every other issue is named after an actual song. So like, the second issue, like I'm not even going to tell everybody what they are. You got to go look now. But so that's how I do it. And then with the Elf with No Name, it's the first issue is just the Elf with No Name. And then the first 6 issues I already have the names planned for that too. And then they're all song titles. But I'm not gonna spoil whose songs. And then so like I try to always mix in, like you were saying, how like there's so many things you love mixed into Magic Powder and stuff. It's like that's what it is. It's like, and that's what all this stuff on the walls is. Like, man, I look around, I'm like, oh, I should put that in there. I'm like, oh, you know what, that's a good stuff like that. So like, I'm just like, it's all about. It reminds me of Mortal Kombat kind of. That's a big influence on me. Because it was like, oh, they're going to take Terminator. They're going to take Jean-Claude Van Damme. They're going to take, just all these random things and make them fight. Oh, the Big Trouble Little China guy. You know what I mean? Like so many
Lopan is my favorite. Lopan is my favorite. I love Lopan.
And Jack Burton, like I've been quoting Jack Burton since I was like 5 years old, So like I love Big Trouble in Little China. And just like so. And I remember the experience of going into an arcade and seeing Mortal Kombat and being like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. So I was like, I want Magic Powder to kind of be that feeling for people. So I don't know if it is or not, but that's where it's coming from as far as all the mixing and matching and stuff. Like, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad there's people that enjoy this crap. It blows my mind how many people actually like read it and back it, and just like it's just nuts. I hope we could do this, like, because like some people are like, how long do you want to do Magic Powder? And I'm like, I'm gonna do as many issues as I can come up with, or until I die. So I don't know. We'll see. I already have like at least like 5 arcs planned out. So
perfect. We have a question. This is a good one. The Elf with No Name collected edition.
I'll probably at this point, like, because I know I did the volume 1 of Magic Powder, which is right here, and that's the first 3 issues of the first arc. But from now on, like, I'll probably do volume 2 when the first arc wraps up, and then from now on I'll just do arcs for volume. So like, when Elf with No Name number 6 comes out, I'll probably do after that will be volume 1 of Elf with No Name. Because I know how the first like arc is going to end and stuff. So if you want to wait that long, you could always do that. Definitely. I mean, there's no guarantee that we'll keep funding and make those comics. That's the one thing I would say. But I would say that we have pretty good luck on funding, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But
I think you have a really good fan base, and it's just been growing. So I think people read this, especially with the art has just been phenomenal. Especially, that's my favorite. The art.
Oh, Daniel's so good.
Coloring.
So with Danielle, he's only agreed to do the first arc so far. We haven't talked about the next arc. I'm hoping he's down. I don't know what who would fill in for him. Yeah, like I don't want to be like The Walking Dead where it's like after 6 issues it's a new artist. Like yeah, so we'll see. But at the same time, that worked out for them. So, but overall, I don't like the art of The Walking Dead as it went on. Like I love that series, but you can tell they rushed it, and I don't want to rush the Magic Powder series. Like
that's the one thing I see a lot of people on Instagram, Twitter, even on our comic community where they do like this new comic book day, or they talk about like your top 10 things. It's always in there. People really love it.
It's probably my favorite long form story because I never read any of the spinoffs or anything like that, but I just like that it kept going, and I love zombie shit, and I love that it was like black and white for a reason.
Your book.
Oh, you're talking
about I'm talking about your book. I'm talking about Magic Powder. I'm not talking about that other series. I'm talking about your stuff, man.
We're having me up, duh.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about that. Yeah, no, we're talking Magic Powder. I've seen at least 5 this week of people posting the Pulp Fiction homage.
And people, and that's because of Flops though. Like the Pulp Fiction homage by Flops right here, and he has done a variant cover for this Elf with No Name #2, and that's another thing you won't really get if you wait for the trade paperbacks. You won't obviously be able to get the variant covers, or maybe you will. It depends how many I have available, obviously later on. But like, it's just it is cool how many people like actually put me down, like when they're like, oh, who's a creator you like, or what's a story you like, or what's a comic you think needs to be bigger than it is, and stuff like that. And like people are always throwing me in those lists, and I mean, it's on Twitter or whatever, like, but it's just cool. Like it's cool that I'm in their minds still, because like everything's going on all the time. There's the fast news cycles, there's the Nick game, there's the Ranger game. There's, it's cool that people are like, I can't wait for the next Magic Powder. Like that feels cool as shit. Like,
oh yeah, because I can't wait for more of those rip wall like things. It was going to go down. And like,
you're not ready for the next. You're not ready for the next issue.
I will be. Are you kidding me? I was already crushed because my one dude didn't make it. I'm like, no, it was the best. Son of a bitch. Yeah,
I was so excited.
He went out with a bang. That was amazing.
Yeah. Then, like you said, there's like the one character from issue 4 was like, no one even thought anyone died, and then you're like, oh shit, there's someone in the background that died or whatever. It's like, I like to sneak it in, try to play with everybody, but like, and then
harsh.
I can't wait to also, because like at the end of all my issues, I try to do things like my sister makes the Fez reports.
I love those.
Yeah, and like I mean, I write them, but she puts them all together with all the art and everything. And those are great. She did the journal entry for Ja in issue 3, and then in the back of Elf with No Name, he has like his like magic notes from magic school or whatever. She did that. At the end of this issue of the Elf with No Name #2, it'll be like a newspaper. So you'll see like the headlines, and then you'll see also like an ad for what's going to kind of be on next issue. But that I'm having Jeff do. Jeff Fullsham's going to do the art for that one because my sister, she's in the process of moving across the country, so she can't really work on it right now. So I'm like, yo, Jeff, you're gonna have to do this, bro. So I just hired him for a couple more pages. Yeah, he ain't sweating it. Hopefully he's not anyway. I mean, knowing him, you never know. Like artists are very temperamental. Sometimes they're in the mood to do it. Sometimes they're like, I'm playing video games. Leave me the fuck alone. And I'm like, all right.
That's also true. Video games are addicting. I took a hot break from it, but for a while I was really big into Mario Kart. Then I was really big into Disney Speedstorm. Then I was really big a couple of years ago into Fortnite. I took a really big break. Now I'm coming back into Fortnite. I'm like, let's go gaming. I don't want to do nothing else. And I'm like,
it's so fun. And those kind of games like Fortnite, I haven't played a whole lot of, but those battle royale games, like or battle
royale,
good. When you win one, like you feel like a badass. Like when your team wins, you're like, yeah, we beat all these motherfuckers. Like because like Apex is probably the one I like the most.
Apex, okay, Apex is good. I watched my friend Mayo do a lot of Apex, and I like that one too. But it's very Warframe to me. Very much like Warframe meets like Overwatch. So like it's like very like I had to stop playing Warframe because it would give me migraines, but it's very like the camera angles are just so flippy and it just sets me off. I'm like, oh my head. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the people who made Apex, they made a game called Titanfall, and you were like in and out of mechs in a first person like shooter type thing. And so I really love that series. So like my roommates eventually were like, you got to try Apex. And so we played it for like a few months, and like it was fun. And I probably won't ever play it again, but like when we won those matches, it was super fun.
Oh, they were good, especially if you're doing like squads or something, and then you and your teammates are just talking so much shit, and then you have one dude, you turn around, he's like emoting like all over the dude that just died, and you're like, whatever, just go for it. And you're like, this is great.
The thing with Fortnite is I kind of wish I did get into it because like Magic Powder, there's so many crossovers. Like holy crap, man! Like when I seen people playing with like Goku shooting Kamehameha waves and shit at people, and I'm just like,
those events are fun. Yeah, they just had the Avatar events. So like the OG Avatar for
like the last Airbender Avatar.
Yeah, Airbender. Yeah, that one. So they had all those in there, and that was a lot of fun. They did that, but
that's awesome.
I used to make fun of my cousin for years for playing this. I was like, "Oh, this game sucks." Blah blah blah. Why are you playing this? I got the damn Batman Fortnite books. I was like, "All right, let me just go and redeem these codes here." Son of a bitch. I was been addicted to it since. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Batman. Like, the more they cross over, they even have sports crossovers. Like every crossover they do, it just adds more people like that. Because like it's like Minecraft when people were like, "Oh, Minecraft's stupid," and then they try it and they're like, "Oh, this isn't that bad." And Fortnite has that plus first-person shooter plus all the gimmicks. Like
all the side games too. Yeah, like they have cool side games. Like if you just want to go on there and just play some stupid, like weird, like the one where you get in a car and you have to like pick the color of the floor and then it drops down. I love that. I don't know why. It's just fun for me. But see you later, Mastodon.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah, I get it. I get all that stuff. Like I'm trying to think. Like right now, I'm playing Fallout again. I've been that's why my Xbox 360 is right here because my sister has Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on her Xbox account. So I signed in to her account on my old Xbox, downloaded it all, restored the because she don't use the 360, so I can sign into my account on the 360 and play her games. You know, so I'm like, oh, perfect. And so like it doesn't interfere with her.
Moving cross country, you don't have to worry about her.
Yeah, I made set that up before she left. I was like, yeah, we gotta get this. Yeah, she hasn't even left yet. Like my dad's on his way there to pick her up now. Like he just left today. So yeah, I get the apartment to myself for a few days at least. But yeah, it's
sorry,
crazy.
sis. All right, I'm gonna go pull up your campaign now. That's what we've been chatting for like an hour. It's amazing. We haven't even brought this up yet, but hold on a second. Let me do all the doodads. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I gotta highlight this. You've been playing the Final Fantasy VII remake. Ooh, okay. That's one of my favorite games. Legend of Dragoon, I think, is a far superior game, and I've been waiting for that to be remade.
Most people just never even tried it. You know, they didn't have the PlayStation at that time. And I mean, it was the end of the PlayStation's life. They should have tried it, but
yeah,
I feel like most people. I remember seeing it in like GamePro, Legend of Dragoon, and you see
like it was so good. The gameplay for that was like so ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was like the last great release that I think on that system. But,
it was so good. But I've been watching friends play the remake of 7, and it looks amazing. And I want to.
Yeah, I watched my buddy Mike play it. Yeah, because I don't think I'll ever play the remake myself. My sister has them all like on PlayStation 5, and it's another situation where we share all our games, so I could download them. But watching Mike play it, I'm like, yeah, that'll do. I already played 7 like enough back in the day, you know. Like I played the crap out of it on.
I played that so many. Well. We ended up playing it even more because we did the one where you rented it for the weekend.
Yep.
And then we would get like so far into it that we would forget what stupid game cartridge we had it saved on. So then we would have to play it all over again. So I was like, damn it. So yeah, I probably played that game more than a game in my entire life.
I think my brother was like on disc 3 or something, and my sister stayed home from school one day, and he came home from school, and she had saved over his save, and that's like one of the worst. I think that's the worst save moment in our family history. Was Raven
the worst save moment? Oh, dude. Okay. So back in the day, before they were even save cartridges, and you would run a game, you'd be so fearful of your damn game turning off because you didn't want to lose your spot. And then you would have to try to crush it within the last couple hours of you never got to the end because you always had to return the stupid thing. And then
man.
I don't care how good you got and fast you got after speeding that for like 90 times, you're never going to get to the end of it because you were constantly renting the dumb thing. But
it was impossible. And then, they give you passwords and they wouldn't even set you up in the same lives. Or video games were. I'm glad I got to experience every level of it, but
yeah. Skies of Arcadia is another good one. I like that. There are a lot of like GameCube and like the early ones too. Lots of good games on Dreamcast. Dreamcast was one of my favorite systems. That did not get enough love.
Dreamcast is amazing. Like and as a sports fan, like I love sports games and NBA 2K, NFL 2K, NHL 2K, like they all came out on Dreamcast and like it changed sports gaming completely. And like I still love it. Like I remember the first time I played NBA 2K and like you could post up a guy, which, you know, you put your back to the basket, get the ball in. And like you couldn't do that in NBA Live back in the day or NBA Shootout or any of those games. So yeah, I freaking love it. And Shenmue, I remember getting stuck on Shenmue. and like, and I
Shenmue
was
was
just like,
my
I gotta
favorite.
return it.
Shenmue is my favorite. I beat that game so many damn times. I love that game. I even got the stupid Xbox one that came with the movie that had all the cutscenes in it. Oh, I love it. I know they came out with the second one, but I haven't had time to play, like, not the second one, the last one that just came out, the third one.
It sounds like you should make time, because it sounds like you love it.
Gonna have to now. That was one of my most beloved games. And then I love the forklift racing. I got so good at the forklift racing. I had all those dumb little things that you used to be able to collect on there. But I got stuck at the second game because I got addicted to Pachinko.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll get you. So
That'll get you every time. Yeah.
The first game, I think I got stuck. Like, you had to find like fishermen by the docks or something. And I don't think I could ever find the fucking guy I was supposed to talk to. And so eventually I just stopped playing. I think we had to return it, like you said, to like Blockbuster or whatever. And that was it. I never bought it. And that was, I never got any further than that. And I was like, damn, bro. I'm still stuck on that part 30 years later.
So, you know what's funny about this, Gacy? If you had where you can connect to the internet.
Machines, oh shit. And I did have my Dreamcast. That was the first thing I ever connected to the internet, because of Phantasy Star Online.
Did you know that you could trade your stupid capsule toys with other people to complete a collection for a secret side mission? I had no idea about that.
That's so cool. I love Dreamcast. Dreamcast was so ahead of its time. It's like the Sega Channel. Did you have Sega Channel on Genesis? Like
yes,
back in the day?
I was huge into all that stuff. All that stuff. All of that.
I wish Sega was still putting out consoles, but
oh man, they made some good ones. I loved Dreamcast, Sega Saturn.
Yeah, Sega Saturn is another one, like no one I knew had it, so it was like, fuck, you know.
I adore all of those. I love them all. Yeah. Oh, Shenmue's your favorite. Nice. Okay. Tate, I knew I liked you even more now. Oh yeah, we're gonna have the game sometime.
Dreamcast so good. I remember the day it came out, and like my cousin had gotten, it was like Power Stone. I'm thinking Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. Come on. Crazy Taxi was good.
But Crazy Power Stone's the one I remember we all loved, man. We were all like, let's keep playing. It was like Smash Bros, but like, 3D or whatever. It was so crazy, like just beating the shit out of each other in that game. I loved it.
That was the best. That was the best. I also remember too when GTA 2 came out and you can figure out how to get the tank thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, that was a game changer in gaming.
See, and like I remember GTA 1, and I had no idea what it was at the time. And I was probably in 6th or 7th grade. I think I was 7th grade. And my dad picked me up from school. And he never picked us up from school. And he picked me up from school. He's like, you got to see this shit. And it was Grand Theft Auto 1. And it was like, man, that was like a life-changing moment right there, man. Like,
Nice.
And even that's a huge influence on Magic Powder, also GTA, obviously.
Oh well, yeah, I could also see that, because I was gonna say GTA meets like the D&D, but also Dick Tracy in there, because you could get that, because I love like the mobster type situation that'd be happening in there.
Yeah,
you know, Power. I knew you would pop back in here after your drawing and hear about all this stuff. Yeah. Power
Stone's so badass. That's like I wish Power Stone come back. When we were talking about PlayStation games, they could remake. I don't know if you ever tried Bushido Blade. But I would love a remake of Bushido Blade 1 and 2. Yeah, they were super cool. And they had like a horde mode where you would just be fighting ninjas in like a big ass dojo, like an endless dojo. It was so cool. And it was also the only game I feel like where it was like a story mode, right? So you'd be waiting while they talk, and you could run up and stab the guy while he was talking, and you could beat everybody that way. And it was like a bad ending when you do it.
It was insane. I loved all that stuff. There were so many cool, like ninja, weird, sneaky games like that you could play that were just fantastic.
Oh yeah, like Tenchu back in the day.
Tenchu, yeah. There was this one too where you were a female ninja. I can't remember the name of it, but you had to go on like secret missions to like find like this hidden thing in like the enemy camp or whatever. And I can't remember the name of it, but I played the crap of it because I first found it out on like the jam packs that you used to be able to get. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was awesome. And then I was super big into Dynasty Warriors. That was I love Dynasty Warriors.
I haven't played a whole lot of Dynasty Warriors, but I bought the Berserk Dynasty Warrior engine game. So I played that a little bit because I just love Berserk too. Like, it's just so fun, like being able to kill out an entire army with one swing. Like, oh damn.
Oh, I would hunt down every red dot on the map. I don't care how long it took me just to take out the whole thing. And then every single time Dynasty Warriors was on there, and then Lu Bu came out, and you're like, no.
It's time to get down. But I love those kind of games, like where you can actually battle that big of a battle. So Dynasty Warriors is the only game like that at that time. Fun. I mean, unless you count like Age of Empires, which is nothing like it. But
but no, that was my favorite. Then they did what was the The Japanese ninja one was S. Started with an S.
Like Shenmue? Oh no, we
No,
already talked about that.
it was the Dynasty Warriors, but the same format, same everything. But it started with an S, and it was for like ninjas in Japan.
Yeah, I don't know. I must...
Shadow something. But yeah, it was like the same exact format. It was a little bit different, but yeah, the exact same format. And that was interesting too. But I still Dynasty Warriors my jam. The chick with the fan and the chick with the flute, those are my chicks. I love them. Mao Chow, that's my guy.
And so then amazing. What was like what would be your favorite fighting game from PlayStation 1? Because like, you know, they had Tekken, obviously, Marvel vs. Capcom. Like there's so many. Yeah, Alan Blue knows what's up with Dynasty.
Okay. Samurai Warriors. That's it. Samurai Warriors. Yeah. I told you it was an S, like a picture. Yeah, Samurai Warriors. Okay. I have the entire Capcom collection, Street Fighter collection right here. I love those.
Oh, I did too. I bought a damn arcade stick just to play them now.
I have them on Switch. They're amazing. My favorite puzzle game of all time is Super Street Fighter Turbo. Triple Puzzle Fighter Turbo. Let's go. Let's go. That's the best. That's amazing.
Yep. It's still addicting.
It's amazing.
Because I have it on I got it on Steam in like a Humble Bundle one time. And like, yeah, all those games, like, I'm so glad I got them.
Shout out to Humble Bundle, where you could get mass quantities of games for hardly anything, but also they're amazing games. Kick ass.
Yeah, and they go to charity, the money. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I know. I love all that stuff. I got highly
Michael
addicted.
Made his own arcade stick. He didn't even buy the arcade stick. I bought the one that I could actually mess around with, so I will eventually, hopefully, customize mine. But yeah,
nice. That's awesome. You got to show that off sometime. I need to see this. That's amazing. Yeah. I could probably talk to you for like 90 hours, just about random other stuff. So you are more than welcome to hop on anytime. Because after June later, I'll be getting back to my stupid late night, whatever random hangouts. Are welcome to come on anytime. Bullshit with me.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I like all that stuff. Yeah, Michael too. Like I got Michael coming up on as well. You're just coming on here. I'm tired.
Yeah,
no, I can keep talking to you. No, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going because we haven't even been through the campaign yet. We're not ending this. Nowhere near this. So far you already got a couple backers during our stream here.
Yeah.
Which is dope. Thank you guys for backing here. And you are so close to hitting your your goal of 4,800, which is nice. You're almost there. You're close. Which you're going to be nailing that by the end of the campaign, which you got 7 days to go. So it's going to close on Saturday, May 18th, EDT time, almost 1 o'clock EDT time. So yeah, look at the art here. Look at that. I love that. And if you go close into that, you can see like the graininess of like that old school style. And like, it looks great. Looks great. Way to go, Iggy. Way to go.
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah, I mean, and that was one of those things where, you know, to me, the cover has to be popping. Otherwise, people don't give a crap. So, like, yeah, he nailed it. I was so excited when he sent it to me. And even I posted it. He's like, oh, can I post it or whatever? I'm like, yeah, you can post it. And, like, everybody was loving it. Like, yeah, it was cool. Great reaction.
I was like, hey, monsters hitting me. Hi. All right. So for the lamers that have never heard the Elf with No Name, our magic powder, would you like to give a quick little rundown of what your books are about real quick?
Yeah, the Elf with No Name is essentially about an elf who's going to an island that is uninhabitable, essentially, because the sand is poisoned. So he's going there because basically dragons are sending a bunch of bounty hunters to get fairies, and that's it. Down with the lamers, all the lamers, everybody, you know, I don't think there's too many of those in the chat, so we don't gotta worry about
Apparently Tate is the lamer, but you're not though. You redeemed yourself by knowing all the music stuff and the cool shit. So yeah, up with Tate.
But yeah, so the Elf with No Name is basically about, you know, a cowboy elf trying to stop bounty hunters from enslaving fairies, essentially, even though he doesn't know if they want his help or not yet. So you'll find out in the story. You know, it's just kind of like his whole thing is like, you know, no one asked him to go there. So if you read the first issue, he was basically just snuck out, went over there, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking do my own thing. So he's like a renegade elf on a mission. So you'll see how that goes and if it backfires or not and stuff like that. If you've read Magic Powder or not, it's basically like Dungeons and Dragons meets Breaking Bad, I would say, something like that. So, or The Wire even.
The
Originally I was
Wire.
inspired.
Okay.
Yeah, have you ever seen a show called Gomorrah out of Italy? That was a huge inspiration on Magic Powder.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Because
look
it's
that up. Sounds good.
yeah, it's really good. And like I would say watch it in Italian. Oh, we just got another backer. Watch, I better
Oh,
update on here.
snappy poo.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. But so yeah, so basically Magic Powder is about a bunch of people living in a town where it's legal to deal drugs, but the problem is, there's a bunch of drug dealers fighting over who should be getting the bigger cut and stuff like that. So it's basically just drug wars in a fantasy setting, that kind of thing, and seeing how
Yes.
it goes. You know what I mean? It's like people, it's kind of like The Sopranos or something like The Wire, like I said, where it's like, it's a big deal to them, but in the rest of the world, they're probably like, who gives a fuck about these drug dealing idiots? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you get to see their little corner of their world. So it's just fun.
It's very fun, and I like that, like the crime families, if you will, are like different. Like you have like the orcs and the elves and like all that kind of stuff, like getting together, and then like you have like the weird little mercenary dudes, and you're like, yes, and like the hitmans are all different. It's amazing. I love it.
Hell yeah!
What's
Thank
up?
you for
Hey,
backing,
hey.
Michael. Comic books galore.
Oh, slacker! What are you doing? No, you're kidding.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why you got to make sure your campaign is long enough for people to realize they haven't backed yet, because that happens a lot. Like it'll be like the last couple of days, like, oh shit, I forgot. So it's cool. Thank you, Michael, for backing. It's never the wrong time to back. You always need momentum and stuff. So thank you. We're 3 away from 200 right now. That's awesome.
What? Maybe we can crack that on here. Let's keep going. Let's see.
That would be freaking.
That
great.
would be amazing. Yeah. What's the highest amount of backers that you've ever had? Sorry for cutting you off, but
no, it's fine. On the Elf with No Name issue 1, we had 224, and then on Magic Powder issue 5, our highest is now 355.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
So it's kind of like a Sopranos Deadwood situation where I don't think Westerns are as popular, So it's like, people who like Westerns, they're into it. People who like me are into it. But then there's like people who like Magic Powder because it's some gangster shit, and they know they're not really going to get that in a Western. So, that's why I think the audience is a little different. But it's cool that, it's enough to keep it going, and that's what matters. Like, dude, and I see a lot of other people's campaigns, and I know it's no joke to get to 200 backers. So like, I appreciate every single one of them.
Yeah. So 7 days left, and you're gonna crush it. You're gonna crush it. You're definitely. I think you might be able to hit your Elf with No Name backer goal. Just smash.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah, because like in my experience, like I don't want to jinx it or anything, but so like right now we have 230 project followers, and I've never had less backers than followers. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, interesting. Phil has an amazing question, and I told you it was going to be coming up in the chat. Question: are there any Western hot dogs in it?
I mean, not yet, but now it's like, now I gotta like fit it in as an inside joke type of thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think
I have to throw that in there. Yeah. Also, what would you make the hot dogs from?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm trying to think of a fantasy creature that would be good to have.
Minotaurs.
Yeah, no, because that would almost be cannibalism in Magic
I know, but I mean, what else? You got random mix of things happening in this book, so that'd be like, I don't know, sure. You've got to figure out who you're cannibalizing at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's
friends going down. Yeah, interesting.
But no hot dogs yet. I'm trying to think. Was there a hot dog stand? No hot dogs yet. Because like in Thez, there's hot dog stands for sure. But in Magic Powder,
Magic Powder stand. Give me a little hot dog with some powder on the side. Yeah.
Because because Thez is based on like kind of parts of New York, kind of parts of Italy, like Naples and stuff, and then also kind of like Gotham City. It's a little bit of all that kind of stuff. Although Gotham, I guess, is kind of already based on New York a little bit, but
yeah,
it is what it is, and all kind of Jersey too. It's like it's based on a lot of East Coast shit.
Okay, nice. Yeah. CJ would love this. You'd be eating this up right now, and he's not even here. Shame on you, CJ. No, I know you're going through some family crap, so. It's good. I like this too. Like you've been showing these promos for this little panel right here. I like that. Like I was saying, if you really zoom into this, let me see if I can open it in a new tab. Zoom in. Where's my stupid zoomy zoom? Okay, fine. I'm gonna go up here. Okay, so see if I can zoom in on here. But see the texture in the way that this is on here. I adore that this is on a digital version that you can look at this and look like you're looking at a newsprint from an actual comic. I love that so much.
And that was made by Flops. He both times he's made a cover for my campaigns. He's also midway through the campaign sent me a dope ass advertisement. It's like, hey, you can use this for your campaign. And yeah, this is great work. He that's why like even the Magic Powder Pulp Fiction cover, like he's just really good at capturing.
Let me make you big again. Oh, there you go.
He's really good at like capturing like the classic look of things. And so like you see the fake fold in the corner, stuff like that. Like he's just
looks vintage,
so good. Because like right now, these bottom 5 right here, these are regular covers. These are the original covers. So they're all done by Samuel Wunzi, the first 5 issues. And it's 6th issue, I'm planning having him do the A cover also. And then he'll have done the whole first arc. And then for the second arc, I'm thinking the A covers, I'm going to hope to have Flops do them because I just love his style. And like the whole way he did the text of Magic Powder, like I'm going to have him try to do that for the whole like second arc. So we'll see how it goes if he has the schedule and stuff like that. And if we even get to the second arc, I don't know what'll happen. You know, I don't ever want to count my chickens, but yeah, I'm excited, man.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. No, I love that. I love that Pulp Fiction homage. I want to get that one. So my one of my favorite covers since the 90s has been the Incredible Hulk 441. And it's the She-Hulk. I don't know if you know this one, but it's She-Hulk on a bed doing the homage to the Pulp Fiction. It's one of my favorite covers since the 90s. And that will look amazing next to that one.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, and it's cool that like, you know, because that's the thing. It's not only is it a movie reference, it's also like you said, a Hulk and She-Hulk reference. So it's like, yeah, I can't believe how good he nailed it. And when I asked him to do it, I was like, yo, can you do it? You know, give me like this character in the Uma Thurman look and everything like that. And then he just made her flat out naked. And I was like, oh, damn. All right. Well, I mean, everyone loved that. So it sold really well. And I was like,
oh, yeah, it did sell really well. That's what I see all the time posted all over the place. Yeah, I know.
A lot of people buy Flops covers like specifically. Like I don't even know if they collect other people's stuff, but they specifically, if Flops puts out a cover, they just buy his shit. So I love it.
It just looks so cool. So
even
here,
Michael, he got the Pulp Fiction one. He showed us the other day on his video. So that's
nice. Awesome. So like, see right here, this one here, the westerny one, the red and yellow one, that's Iggy's cover, and then the purpley pink one is Flops cover there. But no, it's so cool. I love that that's included in the Elf with No Name because it feels like more of that vintagey, old school vibe feel to it to me, which I love that.
Yeah, when I asked him if he was down to do it, he was so excited. He was like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, fucking fantasy!" What? Oh, he was like, "That's right up my alley." You know, he was so excited. So I was like, "Thank God," because I didn't have any idea like what the cover would be. Because like with the Pulp Fiction one, I knew exactly who I wanted to do it. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. But this time, it was like I just knew I wanted Flops to do it. And I was like, "Do you have any ideas of what to do?" And he's like, "I'll come up with something." And you know, so that was all his original idea. So you see the elf with the no name in the background. He's like hunting another elf who's got like a tan because he's been in the desert for so long. Yeah, Iggy covers are just hot fire, bro. He's working on like an anthology right now, but everything he does is just
I think one of the first covers I got from him was By the Horns, and I loved his style. It's very cool. But yeah, what's up, DJ? How are you doing? And yeah, Iggy's cover is great. I love Iggy's cover. It's so good. I used it at the thumbnail for this. And
if you just go down, it's the next thing you'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll do that in a second. Tate has a question though. If someone can't back it, will this be on one of the after things to buy it that way, or is it just going to be on your website? Let me post
I just put it on getmagicpowder.com. Yeah. Or you can see me at a convention, or you just next Kickstarter campaign, you'll be able to get it. Because it's just less places to put links, the easier for me. You know, I don't want to get people going 30 different places. Like, so yeah, either getmagicpowder.com or the Kickstarter is usually where you can grab it. Thanks for asking.
Yes, thank you for asking. Okay, so here we go. Here's the covers. This is Iggy's cover. Woo! Way to go, Iggy. And since we're talking about Iggy, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to the YouTube for Nick's Kicks and Comics because this is where you can find Iggy with two nerd dads. We'll check that out. Yeah, check that out when he's on there. He is hilarious. And I adore him. He's adorable. He has an amazing beard. Go check that out. Unless you shaved it.
Gotta love it. So yeah, and then like the only thing this thing's missing is like, so my sister will do the logo and stuff on it later on before we go to print. But so that's he's done with his part of it. My sister just has to add the number and the logo and our names and stuff. So it's not the completed cover theoretically, but that is the completed art.
Oh, that would look fantastic. As have you ever seen those prints that they get done, but they're done on like the old school parchment?
Mm-hmm.
Those would look killer. Both these covers will look killer on that. It looks so cool.
Yeah, and then like I need to start getting into those kind of things, like getting special prints, especially if I'm gonna keep doing conventions, because people are always like, "Oh, what else you got? What else you got? What else you got?" And I'm like, "I just got the comics, bro, and some stickers, and
You
some
gotta
bookmarks,
come
I
with
guess."
stickers, you gotta come with
Yep.
patches, you gotta come with magnets. Like people love weird,
Oh,
like dumb
magnets are
stuff.
so dope. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you why, because you could throw it in your backpack or your purse, and you don't
Mhm.
have to lug it around for like 14 hours in one day. Because a lot of people are there and they can't go run to like a car right away, so they're just there running
So
around. So
true.
they pick up that little stuff. That's what I do sometimes. Like certain days, I'm dedicated to no big things to carry around days, and I'll do like my shopping at the last day. But that kind of sucks though, because some people take off early from a con, and I'm like, dang it.
See, and knowing that, like, that's why I try not to ever leave early, because, like you said, like a lot of people do wait for that, or like you said, they're gonna go drop off all their toys that they bought in the car, come back get some comics, or maybe
Yeah.
whatever. But like, yeah, so if I paid for my seat, I'm pretty much gonna be the last one out, just in case. But that
Some of
last toy
those
convention, it
books.
was so dead. I was like, I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there. Like on that
Some
Sunday, I was
of those
like, I'm gonna
boots
go
are
home and
so
watch some
pricey.
hockey.
Some people are dropping like $1,500 on like a little
Oh,
teeny tiny stain like that. I'm like, no, you gotta stay there till Sunday, bro. What are you
yeah,
doing?
I paid 175 for my table. It was 3 days, and I
That's not
made
so
about I
bad.
didn't even make
Yeah.
it back, but it was all
Oh,
good. It was just so dead. Like, I think we looked on how many the
yeah.
expected number of guests was going to be. It was
Okay.
like said 15,000. I bet it wasn't even 500 people in three
Wow.
days. Yeah, it was so dead. It was crazy.
That
I
was the
mean,
toy one?
yeah, the toy convention out here in
Wow,
Vegas,
that's shocking.
and they
Because
picked
there's
a
a
place that was way too
lot of
big.
oh, that'll probably do it too.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a mess. It was a whole mess. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's a shame.
I don't
That's
think I would
fun.
ever do a specific toy convention again, because everyone's just there for Funkos. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I'm good,
That
man.
yeah. Usually if you're doing strictly toys, they're there for like just Funkos or like the Star Wars Black Series or like the weird old school wrestling toys.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, they're there
Yeah.
for There's so many little niches and stuff for sure. Like
Yeah.
Hot Wheels, there's a bunch of them, but like the people, like the mainstreamist people, they're all just walking around with a bunch of pops, and you're like, all right, whatever. But
Yeah.
I was also the only damn comic creator there, so
Really? Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. That's
So
also
you
good
would
to
think,
know.
yeah, you'd think it would be an advantage. It wasn't. I don't think anyone had an advantage being there, honestly. But
Oh,
yeah.
harsh.
Because
No.
it came to the point where they were like, "Oh, a bunch of people backed out," and I think what really happened was the people who were running it were like, "Don't come because we don't want to pay you." So
Oh, that's a big thing with cons.
yeah,
It is a big thing with cons. Yeah.
you could just see
It's been
how,
happening in a few of them that I've been to.
because
They're
I was
so
hoping I could
lovely.
give Mick Foley some free comics, but I didn't get to see him.
He was here for Astro and he was amazing and he put on an awesome panel.
That's
He was
awesome. I love Mick Foley.
really cool. That's what's really cool. Like the one where I met Gacy at, which was Astronomicon. It's
Mhm.
like wrestling, horror, comics, but it's also put on by like the Juggalos. So like it's like music as well. So like Friday they do like a free concert, then Saturday you pay to go in the concert one. But it's just a mismatch of everything and it just works. It's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
No,
pretty
that sounds
awesome.
great. That's how it needs to be. Like, because it is for everybody at that point. People would like you
Yeah,
said, how you're like, oh, I have all these interests, or even like
yeah.
obviously me, like it's for people that have diverse tastes.
Dude, it is one big party. If you get
That sounds
this
awesome.
year, if you go and get the VIP, there's a VIP concert on Friday night that goes like way into the morning. There's also VIP karaoke as well.
That's
And
awesome.
shout out to Dirk who led the VIP karaoke with some Motorhead. Way to
Damn.
go, Dirk. I know Dirk is pretty
Doing
the
some
badass.
Lemmy. That ain't no joke.
Yeah. Oh, Dirk Manning. Do you know Dirk Manning? Yeah, that's
I don't. Yeah, not
homie.
yet.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to meet him. He's awesome. He does a lot of
Hell
the
yeah.
books, and yeah, he's awesome. He also just had a recent one too. It's also Western, which is Homestead, which is pretty neat. It's like a
I didn't
Native
even know.
American werewolf story that takes place. Dude, I know Dirk was flexing. I saw those videos. I'm gonna have to get VIP next year because that looked like so much fun. He's a blast. I actually ran into Dirk at Metallica.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We had to go. I was tempting him with the pretzel. Fun fact: to anybody that goes to Ford Field, go to section 104 and get your pretzel because it'll be double the size because they make them fresh right there, so they're larger and puffier, and they're the greatest pretzels you will ever have of all time.
That's good to know, though. That's the
It
top
is good to
secret.
know. It is
Yeah, you gotta
top
know
secret
them stadium
information. I
leaks.
know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stadium tricks. Also, Go to the second floor. There's a bar up there, but they also usually give away free swag. So
That's dope too. Fuck yeah.
yeah.
There's not
Yeah.
enough free stuff at sporting events, that's for sure.
There's not enough free stuff, and you pay like $1 billion just to go in
So
to have like a nosebleed seat. But yeah, no, that's one of the loudest stadiums I've been in a long time. It's really cool, especially compared to where the Pontiac Silverdome was. Completely, it's a million times better. A million.
That's awesome. I like when it's an improvement because it feels like,
Yeah.
Yankee Stadium was not an improvement. Giant Stadium to MetLife hasn't really been an improvement. This Allegiant Stadium in Vegas is fucking nice. Our minor
Ooh.
league baseball stadium super nice. T-Mobile's
Cool.
kind of fine. It's not like crazy. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are two outdoor stadiums.
I really like that they relocated like all of the stadiums and put them actually downtown. That was such a huge move for the city of Detroit because where the Pistons were playing was like an hour from here.
Mhm.
And then same thing with the Silverdome. They were way outside of the city. They weren't in the city.
And then you got to ride
it's a very
home
long
after,
ride. Yeah.
After
So
drinking and it's like late.
yeah. Oh, hey, good stuff. What's happening? Hi, how are you? Yeah.
Hi.
We're here. We're here with Jeff, and he's amazing. And we are just nerding out over all the things. I told you we were gonna just mesh well together. And we're going over his Kickstarter. I'm gonna pop it in here for the people. Wait, no, that's wrong. Wrong thingy. Wrong thingy. Hold on. I copied so many things. I don't know where my thingies are at. There we go. There's the thingy. So here we go. There's the link to the Kickstarter. And we're here talking with Jeff for The Elf with No Name for issue 2, but you can also get some back goodies on here as well. But yeah.
Issue 1 is available. But yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that cover for issue 1, one with the 2 guns and he's holding it up, probably one of my favorite covers I've seen in a long time. It is amazing. I saw that the last time. I was like, oh, that's so sick. That is so sick.
That was done by our Magic Powder A coverist, Samuel Wunzi out of Nigeria. He's just a badass. But yeah, it's based on the outlaw Josie Wales.
Hold on, let me. Oh, there we go. Look at how sick that cover is, and I love the font. The font looks like the old school Wanted poster type stuff. So good.
My sister did the font on that one, so that's our logo. So
shout out to your sis.
Yeah.
Before she gets pissed off that you stole from me.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why if anyone ever wonders why it says Schiller twice,
there you go.
Me and Raven, so you gotta
you're not just like, oh, I'm so amazing. I'm on there twice. It's me. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little me. But, you know how it is. But yeah, so that logo will be on Ignacio's cover, like when it's finished.
Oh, okay. So hold on, let me go back up there and show that because we got good stuff popping here. Let me go back up here. Okay, so that that would look awesome because it's gonna be like
it's the perfect amount of room. I think he knew exactly what I was going for because he gave me the space to work with and
Dopeness.
stuff. Yeah, because some artists Flops, he does his own text and stuff, but a lot of other cover artists I've worked with, my sister does all the text. So yeah,
nice.
It's cool.
So I also so I'm looking at this really, really deeply. It doesn't really look like these are blacks. These look like these are super chocolatey browns, which fit in with the tone of here. Like even this looks like it's super rich, dark browns, but I like that it fits with that color scheme he's got going on here.
Yeah, it's perfect. Because I don't know if you ever played Red Dead, but yeah, that's the exact color scheme that they use too. And he must have been as big of a fan of it as I am. Because as much as I love Grand Theft Auto, that Red Dead Redemption 1. Yeah, I mean, when I finished it the first time, that was my favorite game I think I had ever played at that moment.
I watched a ton of people play that game. There's some games that I have more fun watching people play than playing.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like, I'll go watch this all day. I don't even care. I'll just sit in here and do stuff in my room and watch this. But this is Flop's cover here. I love the colors on this.
Yeah, he's great.
So good. It looks like an old school movie poster, which I dig.
Yeah, I was hoping it would look a little spaghetti western-esque, and he nailed it. Yeah, he's so good. And I just it was like I said, this is the one of the covers I didn't even have any input on. I was just like, do you want to do a Elf with No Name cover? I sent him issue number 1, and this is what he came up with, and yeah, it's beautiful.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's got so much style, and it's amazing, and he's creative as fuck, and yeah, it's just cool working with people like that. And Dwarfwood is based on Deadwood because it's basically one of my favorite things that ever existed is that show. So yeah.
Okay, nice. Very cool. I like that. And yeah, you can come in here. You can see like it's got that old school like grainy, but also like popping of colors. But it's very like you could see like the edges too. Have that old school like comic feel to it, and I love that.
It's
Pixelated
bad.
Zippo-tone like back there. It looks nice.
And so that dog and that goblin, they were so that's Sarah. She backed last issue as be a character. So that's who so she's a character, or I mean they are a character. I didn't mean to say they're a character. And that's her corgi or their corgi, and then 10 is in the next page or 2 pages down. And she's a Gorgon in this one. She's also been a goblin in Magic Powder, so she's been be a character on both different series. And then also further on down, you'll see Anthony, Steven, and Chris, who are also in Magic Powder 2. So it's like, a lot of the characters you'll see, like these 3 guys right here, they're all just guys on Twitter. They're also creators. And Chris runs a farm. Chris is a badass.
Chris runs a farm. He's a badass. I love that.
Chris
That's
rules.
awesome.
Chris rules. And so he's gonna also be like he bought the character, but he hadn't sent me a reference photo yet, so I used his regular picture. And then he sent me a reference photo for his girlfriend being like, oh, I want my girlfriend to be in it. So later on in the issue, you'll see his girlfriend hanging out too. Nice. Yeah, it's cool. And then like, that dwarf on the bottom is based on Al Swearingen, Ian McShane, but as a dwarf from Deadwood. I just had to have
that. Oh, that's awesome. No, I love it. I love too how the characters are so individual, which is awesome. But I also love how distinct you could tell the difference between each of like the fantasy races, which is really nice. I love like how like the goblins have different set of noses, different set of the ways that their ears are pointing and things. Like that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things because I didn't want any human beings in it. Like I feel like everything else, like even Shadowrun and Dungeons and Dragons, they all have a human option and stuff like that. And I didn't want that. I wanted to see what humans would relate to without that. Like you got these dwarves who are pretty much human-like, but they're orange and they're a little shorter and a little squattier and stuff. And they can't swim because they're too heavy to float and stuff like that. So like they're not regular humans. And then you got the blue goblins, you got the green orcs, you got the gorgons with the fucking snake hair, you got minotaurs. Yeah. So it's fun to see like what people are like, oh, I like the goblins the most, or I like this the most, or so with humans, I feel like that takes away a lot of it because everyone's gonna relate to the damn human. So I took that
screw
out.
Those people. I want like the cool, weird characters. The Minotaur guy. Oh,
yeah, Fazul, man. Yeah, and he's based, on a lot of things, but heavily influenced by the concept of. Have you ever seen Leon the Professional?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So like Jean Reno with the glasses.
Great
and
movie.
Stuff like that.
Great movie.
And growing up in the '90s, that was a big one.
That was a classic. You had to watch those. Yeah.
If you ever played Hades, he's also based on the Minotaur from Hades. That you have to fight in one of the boss battles because I kept fighting him while I was writing it, and I was like, "Yeah, it'd be dope to put a Minotaur in."
Yes, I'm kind of hooked on Minotaur things right now. I got really big into the Minotaur junk page that is Jason Unhinged and his Absolute book. And I was like, yes. So that sent me down a rampage of finding Minotaur stuff. Because one of my favorite games in the 90s, which was a PS1 game, is actually a LucasArts game. It's a 2D animated game. It's called Herc's Adventure. There's a Minotaur Madness stuff happening in there too. It's one of my favorites.
I miss LucasArts.
Yeah, you got it's usually on the PlayStation Network. If it is, just play it. It's cool. It's comedic and it's amazing, and it has good art and animation in it. So they did a really cool job. And there's a lot of cool Easter eggs if you beat the game inside a LucasArts studio. It's dope.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, LucasArts. The big one that sticks out with me for LucasArts was Full Throttle. I played as a kid, and it was like my neighbor had it. Yeah, they made so many weird games, and it was just cool, like a point and click adventure type thing. But yeah, I
love point and click adventures. They're some of my favorite. In the 90s for PlayStation, I was huge into the Discworld point and click games. The art was fantastic. I love those books, but those games were amazing. I love when you get to meet like the weird little side characters and stuff. That's really
Discworld is one of those things I always hear so much cool shit about, and I never read it, but it's like I always imagine things about it. So I feel like I need to read it so like in case I do certain things in Magic Powder, I don't want to like on mistake stumble on their shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I always worry about that, like because I don't want to because like when you say, oh, this is a cool idea, like I don't ever want to to be ripping something off without
Something
knowing
else.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least if I'm gonna like homage something, I want to know I'm doing it.
There's a couple cool, really nice, decent live action movies for Discworld. The whole
Okay.
series of books, and the books are kind of small because they're done in like the old school 80s format, which even the hardcovers they look like they're young adult novels, so they're not even
Okay.
that big. So you could crush a whole bunch of them. But the games were amazing. They had a PC game and then a Discworld 1 and 2 for PlayStation, which are awesome. Yeah, he would. Yeah. Reach out to Jason for maybe he'll just do one because apparently people are just doing covers for each other and they're like, oh, hey, that's awesome. I'm just going to throw it as fan art on a cover. Yeah.
I definitely need to see this Jason's work. But yeah,
you do now. Yeah. I have a box I'm going to be unboxing soon that's got his one of one. I giggle about this because I call it my Minotaur junk page. So there's a silhouette of the samurai in front of a Minotaur, and it makes him look like it's his junk. So I made him draw that in on my copy. So I have a one of one where he turned the samurai into some junk. So I cannot wait to open that.
Yeah. So you haven't even seen it in person yet? That's
awesome. I haven't even seen it in person yet. Yeah. So I'm eagerly awaiting that because yeah, I told you I got weird into Minotaur stuff during that campaign. Yeah.
And it's funny because like the Minotaur idea came from me because I wanted to appeal to the furry audience. You know, that's why I added the Minotaur character, obviously, right? So here you go.
Hey, it works. Let me tell you. You might even, you know what you might need to do? You might need to branch out into anime conventions because that's where
that's what people told me.
That's where it's at. That's where it's at.
At the toy convention, I was by a lot of fan art people, and they were like, "Yo, Level Up Expo." There was a couple other ones out here in Vegas that were like, "You got to hit that." I'm like, "All right, well, we'll see how it goes. It can't be no worse than ToyCon." So.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, it's a party 24/7, and it's usually Thursday till Sunday. There's raves happening, and
oh shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, it's a party. There's usually raves, and the dealer's room is usually open to 8 or 9 p.m.
Damn, that's my kind of party.
So it's party time nonstop. Yeah, oh man, my first one I ever run to was Otakon. That was in Baltimore. It grew out of Baltimore, and they moved it to DC because of how big it used to be. There was like 30 plus 60,000 people that go to this thing every year. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
no, I need to do. Yeah, because that's the thing. I feel like the convention I did, it was just like so disconnected. Nobody was doing anything afterwards. Like I went to a concert afterwards, one night, stuff like that. But no one from the convention was going to fuck. You know what I mean? Like I just met people at the bar and was hanging out with them, whatever. You know? Like,
yeah. What's the BlizzCon would be cool too because it has like elements of stuff that you have, but also what is it? DragonCon. DragonCon would be amazing. Look that up. That's cool. I do want to go over your award. What do we call these? Your tiers thingies. Yeah. That thingy. So just want to give a tippy tip or, pledge something without getting anything. You could do that there. That's lovely. You can do that. Now down here, you got a digital copy, $5 buckaronis for this issue right here for issue 2 of the Elf with No Name. $5. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Way to go. Physical copy for number 2. $7. That is dope. That's a good price. And you're shipping to anywhere? Hold on. How much are you charging for shipping? $5 United States, 17. Wow, that's pretty cheap. I've seen some of these go up to $35 to ship overseas, and you're shipping pretty much the entire.
That's that Pirate Ship simple export rate. That's what it's all about. That's what I use. So,
there you go.
I don't usually charge for the shipping materials, just the actual shipping itself. But we'll see how it goes in the future because prices just keep changing all the damn time. But right now, trying to keep it as low as possible for everybody.
Nice. Very cool. For $1 more, you can get the variant one by Flops, which is awesome. So yeah, same thing anywhere in the world. Amazing. Ooh, digital catch-up package, $9. You get issue 1 and 2. Awesome. Awesome. Digital thank you package. Ooh, tell us about this. What is the digital thank you package?
Yeah, it's like if you want to have your name in the book, thank you page. Usually I have like a physical option, but I don't usually have a digital option. So I wanted to add it for digital people, like if they still want, just so they can see their name in the mix too. Nice. And some people want to add a few extra bucks to their their pledge. So I figure I at least give them something for it,
That's cool because that's also something that I like seeing too. Is when you get those, like if you back a campaign, and then you get the thing in the mail, and you get to browse the list of names that are on there. And you're like, I know that person. I know that person. I know that person. It's also weird too, because like you'll see like their name, and you're like,
yeah, exactly. Instead of their like Twitter name, you see their shit
and you
name.
used to call them like Butt Scratcher 3000. You're like, what? Who's this guy? But yeah.
It's like when that episode of Seinfeld when they find out Kramer's first name.
Oh,
and everyone's just like Cosmo.
I don't call anybody by their name. I don't care how much. The only one I call Glenn because that's his username, but it makes sense. But anybody else, I'm just like, whatever your username is, that's what we're going with.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just everybody's natural go-to move because we're from message board days, you know.
Oh, forums, yeah.
This
is. I also think it's quite hilarious that my name is Kpop Junkie and I host a comic stream, which is funny to me because this was the first name I ever made online like 20 some years ago, and now I just use it to troll people.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's like using your old AIM name or your old
I know, whatever. So I like that people have to call me K-pop whenever I go into stream because it's just funny to me.
Yeah. I like
it. That's also how my fartist feature got started because my #1 typo name of all time is K-poop.
That makes sense.
I ran with it. Yeah. But all right. Physical tier package. Check this out. Catch up tier. Get both issue 1 and 2 in physical form for $14. That's insane. What print are you using that you're charging stuff super cheap?
Yeah, I use Comics Wellspring. But for now, anyway, they raised their prices now, so I don't know.
Well, they did just epically move and didn't bother telling half the people that they.
Yeah, I put in an order, and then it took 2 months for them to fill that order.
That's why.
Yeah.
No,
after like a month later, they're like, "Hey, we're moving." It's like, yeah, it would have been nice, like when I put in the order, if you told me that. But.
Yeah, they were 20 minutes for me. I haven't seen their new facility yet, but yeah, they were right down here. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they show you do like a tour or something.
Yeah, I know Jason goes there because a lot of the guys that I know that print from there will go and just pick their stuff up. So I know a lot of people from Ohio would just drive up here to go pick up their packages instead of get it shipped.
Yeah, because they give you that option, which is pretty cool. But they're pretty lenient on the shipping anyway. They're not bad. It's just we'll see. I heard they got new owners and everything. It's not even just a move, but.
Oh, I didn't hear that either. But yeah, I know they're branching out. They're doing a lot of stuff on YouTube now. So if you need like if you print from there, they will have you on their like podcast thing where they do it on YouTube. Yeah. And then they started like I think it's in Connecticut, the Indie Comic Con that they run.
Yeah. I've seen they ran that. I think they even just did their own like awards too. So yeah,
they did heroic ones. The heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what was that C2? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Double cover package. Double package. Whoa. Hot stuff. Both covers for Elf with No Name for #2. Okay, so you're getting both issues. So you're gonna get Iggy's and Flop's cover.
Yeah.
Nice. $15. Bro, this is some good stuff. Posse member package. Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see. It's like you get everything and your name in the book.
Oh, that's cool. $25. Nice. So how much is shipping for that? Oh my god, you're still the same amount of shipping. Nice. Yeah. You're killing it with this. Magic Pod. Okay, so if you want all of the titles, what is this? Is this all 4? All 5?
Yeah, you get 5. Yeah, plus the 2. Yeah, you get 1 through 5 plus 1 and 2 of the Elf with No Name
for $20, $28. Nice. Physical package, $42. Dude, that's a good deal. $42. You're getting what's it? 5.
You'll get
6,
7.
7. Wow,
yeah,
$7 bucks.
Yeah.
Damn. Look at you being awesome. A background character issue. Oh, those are fun. $100.
Yeah. So that picture right there is the guy Fowler and the guy Danny. So like they're dwarves in this one, and then so it's like there's been a lot of people in issue 2 backed Be a Character reward. So that was a big help in the first campaign. Gave us a lot of boosts on a new idea, which helped a lot.
Ooh. That's awesome. I love when people do that. They come back in there, and I love when people offer original art tiers too. Or they'll do like commissions or sketch covers or something.
Yeah, and I would love to do that, but it's like I know my artists are all busy and stuff, so it's like I don't really want to like bother them to do more work, So I'm just like, I try not to. One time I did do you could do a commission from the writer, but no one even wanted it.
A commission from the writer? Do it.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious. Get you some of the little card thingies, and then be like, If you want a crappy doodle from me. Yeah.
I put it on I think it was Magic Powder 3, maybe Magic Powder 1 or 2, 2 or 3. I mean, and I actually put that tier, but no one backed it. But maybe I wasn't,
You got to get out there. You got to show a little bit of your talents. Do a couple doodles on the side.
Yeah, exactly. I got to post more drawings.
Do some sports ones. Throw them in there.
I did. I drew Josh Hart the other day after he hit a 3 to win a series, and so my artist Jeff, who does the Elf with No Name, he wanted to see it, so I sent him some pictures of it and stuff, and he was like, giving me notes and stuff, like how to be better at it and stuff. And it was cool. Like, it was nice. Yeah. Because I mean, he was like, oh, the proportions are good, this and that, and then he was just showing me like different things about shapes and stuff.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, it's like, but it's like, I just like to draw things so I can color it too. Like I like playing with my color pencils and stuff. That's like we had a Magic Powder coloring book because I wanted to be able to color.
Dude, yeah, I love the coloring books, but I could do art. I like doing art, but I adore more than anything doing really shitty MS Paint doodles. Usually turning my friends into hot dogs. I don't know why, but the crappy ass MS Paint, two-toned MS Paint art is where my heart lies.
I like it. It's the perfect theme fitter. But yeah, and it's like, I think MS Paint is another thing where it's like, we grew up, if we get that, it's a joke when you send those kind of things and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's like, did you ever have Mario Paint on Super Nintendo?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
That's probably where I got into doing the MS Paint, because I used to do with a wired square-bound trackball mouse. MS Paint, I used to do full-on pinup art that would take me like 3 months to do, and I would do it pixel by pixel.
Yeah, that's
probably why I'm wearing glasses now. Let me tell you, this is
really. I just started wearing glasses like a year ago, so I hear.
I'm getting old, the bitch, man. Oh yeah.
I did the eye test, and then I did it with my right eye, and I was like, "It's cool, whatever, not that bad." And then they're like, "Do it with your left eye," and I just was like, "Holy fuck!" I couldn't see anything. I was just like,
just one day you wake up, you can't get up out of bed, your knees start cracking, and you're like, "What happened? What is that?" This is awful.
I didn't realize sitting wrong means I have to feel pain for the next 2 months.
It'll just completely destroy you for no reason. It's awful. Really humbling as well. You're like, I didn't feel old yesterday. I feel like I'm about 75 today.
Yeah, dude. The aging happens so fast.
Yes. And Tate, have a good night, Tate. Thank you for hanging, and can't wait to dive into the books in your world.
Hey, man.
Amazing. I think you're going to love them. You like all that stuff, Tate. So, yeah, you're going to enjoy all that.
Hit me up on Twitter and let me know what you think when you do get them. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll tag the dude.
I can't get enough of the readership out here. But, yeah, I mean, and thanks for having me on, because this has been really fun.
You're welcome. You can come on anytime you want. And, yeah, a lot of times we'll have a couple other dudes in here asking really dumb questions. I will take a break before I get to this $200 tier here. We're not going anywhere yet, Alan.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, you can chill. You can chill. You're good. Yes, fun times. Okay. Rude isn't in here, but he's a local homie to you. So if you ever go to a con sometimes, he might be hitting you up. This is his favorite question to ask. Okay. Are you prepared for this? This is a doozy.
Lay it on.
Okay. If you were to kill any superhero, you are killing them yourself. How are you taking them out? Who is it? And guess what? They cannot come back. They are gone. Yes. No.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone I don't like.
That's where everyone goes. That's where everyone goes first.
Yeah, like, is there anyone that I don't want back? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's one of those things. Like, because I would be like, because like there's certain people I feel like would be easier than others. Like Nightcrawler, you could just trick and be like, there's someone stuck in that room right there, and then he teleports past the door, and it's actually just a cement wall behind the door.
Oh, snap.
Like Nightcrawler would probably be my easiest one. So because he's too.
That's a troll move. That's a troll. That's a troll death. Yeah.
I couldn't fight him like physically. Like this motherfucker's gonna punch me in the face.
And you're like, yeah. That'd be the way to go for him.
Outsmart them in some way. So like you said, you'd have to troll them and. So yeah, I guess I would go Nightcrawler in that way.
I like that.
That's what came to mind.
I think it might be the first time he's ever been killed and taken out on this show. So
it just sucks now because now my favorite X-Man's gone. So
well,
my bad.
There's always Cyclops.
I guess that makes me like an X-Men villain though, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Cyclops. Yeah, I do like Cyclops. Cyclops is one of those ones where, like, as a kid in the cartoon, I was like, but then when I read the comics, I was like, damn, this motherfucker. It reminded me of like a team captain type motherfucker. Like in the X-Men comics, really used the team aspect.
Douche. That's what. Yeah, no, that's the guy I'm
Yeah.
killing every single time. I don't know why. It just he
Yeah,
irks
just
me the
like
wrong
put
way.
like the wrong glasses on him and have him blow his own head off.
I
Like,
very much like to see that happen. Uh, yeah. And okay, so is this your last year? Yes. So your last year here, $200. Be a lucha dwarf speaking character. Please explain this. This sounds amazing.
So yeah, we're having like in the third issue, the elf will meet the traveling lucha dwarves, which is like a band of dwarves that go around holding like wrestling shows in towns across Zodiaz. So basically, if you want to be a wrestler dwarf, that's the tier you would go with.
And it says speaking characters, so do they get to?
Yeah, it's gonna go down. There's gonna be like a tournament basically, and like it's gonna go down, like a battle royale, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be some nice wrestling next issue, which is kind of based on the idea that Abraham Lincoln was the NWA champion at one point. So we're gonna go back like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like because wrestling's been around since forever, so that's how we do it. Thank you, Gacy, on the Luchadors. Yeah, I figured wrestling fans would love it because that's what we do.
Oh man,
yeah.
I know you wrestling homies are in the chat. I'm gonna tell you right now. What's up, Carlito? How are you doing? Hi. Yeah, so you guys are just joining us. I'll click this in here because I don't know how long ago, but I posted that. There's the link to the Kickstarter, Elf with No Name for issue 2, which is a spin-off prequel-ish story for Magic Powder.
Yeah.
Which, dopeness.
Yep, and there's not a lot of crossover between the characters and locations because I want to explore more of the world and stuff. But eventually there will be at least an Easter egg or crossover or two. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Because elves do live a while,
They do live a longest time. Yeah. So yeah. So if you're thinking about, hold on, I clicked the wrong thingy. Oh my god. Okay.
Have I seen Carlito's Way? Of course I've seen Carlito's Way. I mean, Al Pacino, I don't think it's his best performance because I think he tried to do it a little too much with the accent certain times. Stuff like it's almost like Scarface, but they're both great still, and I love Pacino, but Carlito's Way, as a kid growing up, I always thought it was a great movie. I always went back and rewatched it. I love the style, like, he had the beard and stuff. Like, there's not enough gangsters with beards, so that always helps.
This is true.
It's like when you watch Donnie Brasco. Yeah, it's like Donnie Brasco. They make him shave his mustache, and it's like being on the Yankees. You can't have a beard, but
that's terrible. That's terrible. Facial hair is in right now. I see a lot of dudes that are growing it at the moment. Yes, still good.
Yeah, my beard right now, I would have shaved, but it's playoffs, so I don't want to fuck anything up.
I shaved mine.
Yeah, well, it's okay. And that's the thing with dwarf girls in Magic Powder have beards, so sometimes they will shave, sometimes they don't shave. Like,
it's okay. Sometimes you gotta rock a stash.
Like she's got a little bit of like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, a little here. I love the gangster vibes of that.
Yeah, like Danielle, when he first drew that character, he didn't put the facial hair on her, and I was like, bro, you gotta put the fucking facial hair on. Like, go back and do it again. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, but I was just like, yeah, man, she's gotta have because like it was one of those things where I think some girl dwarves would totally rock a beard and not give a fuck.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That kind of thing.
Some of my favorite characters are like the bearded lady at the circus. That is like also like a kick-ass chick. I love that. But Carlito. Yes. Iggy did the cover right here. He did the homage for the Red Dead. Oh my god, I can't speak now. Red Dead. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my brain is dying. My monster has fully on.
It's run out. The edibles kicked in. It's all going down.
What? But... Yeah. Yeah. So yes, this is Iggy's cover here. And if you want to go check it out, I will drop the link one more time. I think I did a minute ago, but whatever. I'll drop it again. It's my chat. I can do whatever the hell I want. So if you want to come over here,
away from 200. If anyone wants to get us there.
Yeah. So you get $5 digital, or if you want just Iggy's cover, look, $7. Plus, if there's $5 for shipping in the United States, it's only $12 to get Iggy's cover, and that's a fantastic cover, and it would look fantastic signed. So if he ever comes up here for Heroes Con, because the majority of our guys do a meetup and they go to Heroes Con. Last year they had like 60-some people there, and I think this year they're going to get close to 100. So if he ever comes up here, he would probably go to Heroes because that's where everyone's at. So get it, and then
and like
you
said, that cover really does look like it's prime for a signature.
It very prime. Like you get a shiny little metallic something or other
He
right
even
there.
has his little signature in the corner, and then you can have his real signature above it.
You might even be able to get him to remark something right down
Yeah.
here. You know, you could have him trampling on a dude right there. With,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, comic book bookworm. He did the A
Yeah.
cover right here. Yeah,
right here.
that's what
This
we're
one.
looking at. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's based
right?
on Red Dead Redemption if you are into that game. But if you're not into that game, you're just into Ignacio's dope ass artwork, you can also grab it.
I'm sure they are. There's a lot of homies in the chat that love Iggy because he is part of our little community here. And yeah, I'll drop this one more time. So this is
He's so good at being a part of the community too, because he's a person that'll share everybody's stuff. Like he comments.
so good. Yeah.
He's really active. And like, you know, like you said, he's a father, he's got a family, and he's still
He's
good
so
at doing all
nice.
that stuff. Like it's not
Yeah.
easy to do. And I'm sure he's got like, real life jobs and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
it don't get easier. And he's still
Yeah.
out here helping everybody. He's a big reason, like a lot of my things are a success because he's out there. Like, my Twitter feed gets retweeted because of him and stuff. So even before he was ever an artist on a book I've done. So it's just so cool.
He's just such a nice guy. He's every single time I've seen him on a stream because he's been coming back to do the Nick's Kicks, Nacho and Nick, the two nerd dads soon. But every single time I've seen him on there, he's been hilarious. But my favorite will be on Whack Comics. They're at it's one half is Australian Lee and the other half is Tyler, and they usually do crazy wackadoodle things, and he's part of that as well. So at the end of these giant stupid streams, he'll come on and like give his like thoughts at the end. It's amazing. He's awesome. He's adorable. He's adorable. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that good energy that we all need somebody in our life with.
So, yeah, he's adorable. Yeah. So you're closing up to 7 days. You have 7 days. So next Saturday? Oh my God, it's next Saturday. Oh, my brain.
Yeah, basically Friday night. Next Friday night is the end.
Yeah. So next weekend it's going to end. So 7 days from now, and you guys are going to crush this. You're going to hit this big time, and I think you're going to crush your backer tier that you've had for the first one. Because I'm also going to back it because I got to get that. Yes. Ooh. That might be true. That might be true, figure drawing. That might be actually true. Yeah.
That's funny.
CJ is a lot of people's nemesis. So,
why? Which CJ are we talking about here?
Comic Journey. If you ever seen him in chats, if not, probably the next time if you ever hop on here, he'll be in here harassing people. But yeah,
maybe I got lucky that he's not.
You did get lucky. You did get lucky. There was far less hot dog cheddar than I thought there was going to be, but that's okay.
Right, so
we did talk about it at one point.
What's your favorite hot dog brand?
Okay, so I like the all beef Franks, but I also like. Okay, so if you're going to go get a hot dog, I'm going to Costco. Costco's great. But if I will also go downtown,
so they already have them made, like their little food court, like their hot dogs.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. But downtown, there's two famous ones, National and American, and they're literally back to back next to each other because they were a family that broke off when they started doing. But so there's literally feuds downtown of which one to go to. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Just get both of them. They're fine.
My favorite is probably Nathan's and then Sabret.
Okay.
But
Nathan's is good. Yeah.
I remember going the first time I ever went to Madison Square Garden. I went to see the Rangers, not the Knicks that night. And so right outside of Madison Square Garden, there's a Sabret hot dog stand. So I got the Sabret. But then right across the street was Nathan's. So I got the Sabret going in, and on the way going out, I got the Nathan's, So I'm not going to eat at MSG.
That's the way to do it. You got to do that. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
I only got the Sabret because they have a special like red onion thing with vinegar sauce, whatever. And it's like, I don't even really like it, but it's like, that's like my dad's favorite thing or whatever. So I was like, I'll get it going to the garden, whatever. And then, that's how much I like fucking hot dogs. I made sure my first time going to the garden, I had both of my favorite hot dogs. So, yeah, I'm a big fan.
You hear that, hot dog in the fridge right now.
Yeah.
You hear that, hot dog homies. This guy is ultimate pro hot dog. If anything, you should back that because he's a hot dog homie. Get on that.
Just another reason. The $25 one definitely includes Ziggy. Yeah, you get both.
Let me pull that back up. Let me pull it back up. Okay, so the $25 one, which is the combo pack one.
Yeah, no, it's the thank you one. It's the posse one, I believe.
This one here, the posse member one. Yeah, you're gonna get both for issue 2. Both covers for issue 2. So this pinky purpley one, which is Flop's cover, and then Iggy's cover here. You're gonna get both of those.
Yeah. And you will also get your name on the thank you page.
Ooh, snap. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they are battling right now. This game is nuts. Issue 2, yeah. And if you want issue 1, it's an add-on, or you could because if you want to be like a posse member, you grab that and just put the issue 1 as an add-on. And
you can go with the the physical tier one, which comes with all the thingies, or it can be drawn into the book as well. But yeah, there's one that comes with all the tiers, like all the books, and then all the digitally ones. But yeah, if you want to grab that, go for it. You could get both covers. But yes, I think you would like this novel. It's fun. I also can't wait for issue 2 because I want to see if there's more violence and more people added to the Rip Wall page of all time. Okay, so oh shit! Speak of the devil. Boom.
Hey-o.
What's up, CJ? Also, he is pro Knicks. We got like 2 backers tonight just for the facts that he was a pro Knick fan, and you should double back this. He's pro hot dogs, pro Knicks. Nah,
we Beetlejuiced it. I like it. That's
we did. We said his name far too many times. Okay. So the red and yellow cover, which is the Red Dead Redemption cover, is done by Iggy, aka Ignacio. And then let me scroll down here. This cover right here, the purpley pink one, is done by Flops.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 great covers. And and like I said, issue number 1 is available as an add-on. You just throw it on there.
Wait. Hold on. Let me make you the bigs again. There you go. Yeah, look at how cool that cover is. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get that.
That's so cool.
But
yeah, no, that's one of right. What's up, Kelly?
That's one.
Yeah, very cool.
Elf. But yeah, hell yeah.
Pissed off elf. Yeah. Oh, dude, he looks so pissed. He's got the red eyes because you got to read it to figure out why he has the red eyes. And he's going absolute bananas. Yeah.
It's so fun being able to like create a story in a world and stuff, and people actually like read it. Like I said, as a writer, my whole life, you dream about this kind of thing, so it's just cool. Do I need issue 1 to understand issue 2? Not really. Like it picks up basically him just entering a town, like a video game. Like you'll be fine. Yeah. But if you want issue 1, it'll give you a little backstory of like why he's there, and why he has dead bodies on a horse in the first, coming to town. But
so to anybody just tuning in, Elf with No Name is the prequel spin-off series from Magic Powder. I would also say you really don't need to read the Magic Powder books to read the Elf with No Name books because it's kind of like ahead of its time, but it'll eventually probably tie in to the rest of the series that's in there. But you can pick all that up on those tiers, which is amazing. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, there's no wrong way to jump in, but like, yeah, you're better off getting all of the issues. And with Magic Powder, like I said, they're definitely 2 different stories and stuff. But if you like this world we're in, I think you'll love Magic Powder too then.
Yeah. Let me scroll down here. Is there one with just issue 1 and 2 of Magic Powder?
The physical catch-up package will be issue 1 and 2, and you'll get Iggy's cover, not the Flops cover.
Okay, hold on. Let me put the thingy on here. Okay, so now see you guys right here, the one with this issue 1 cover right here. Mm-hmm. Physical catch up package, $14. You're gonna get issue 1, which is that the cover that you just showed for issue 1?
Yep.
And then issue 2, you're gonna get Iggy's cover here. So if you want this one, that's the way to go. If you just want issue 1 and issue 2. Yep, that one right there would be the one that I'm showing.
That's definitely the cheapest option.
Yeah. And shipping is $5 if you're in the United States. So, I mean, that's decent as hell. It's super good. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just try to make it as accessible for everyone as possible, Because I want readers and I want, you know what I mean? Like, it's more fun for me if people actually read it. So, like, if I don't make any money, it's like, it don't really matter as long as we break even, kind of.
Yeah, I know, Michael. Well, I'm going to say, wait. Okay, so, do you see the cover? Do you see the tier that I have right now that says 14? So $14 gets you issue 1 with the cover he just showed, plus issue 2 with Iggy's cover. The $25 package that's down here gets you your name and the thank yous, but it gives you both covers. Is it both covers?
Yeah, it'll give you both covers, and then you can add issue 1 as an add-on if you want all 3.
Yeah, it'll give you both covers of issue 2 plus your name and the thank yous. But if you just want issue 1 and issue 2, go with this here, unless you want to do an add-on.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed how many artists people have Flops in their name.
Really? That's funny. Flops is the guy who did my Magic Powder issue 5 Pulp Fiction variant. He's a badass out of England. And, I would say look up Flops Comics on Instagram or Twitter if you want to see more of his work. And you will be pretty impressed, I think.
Yeah. You're like, CG on this. You need your thank you. Okay. So if you want the thank you tier, which is the $25 ones, then you'll have to go and add on the issue 1 to in your add-ons if that's the case. So $25 we're bringing up to 30, and then you add the add-on the second tier.
198 backers. Ooh.
$19 is one of the easiest pleasures you've ever done. Boom.
Thank you,
Bada bing, bada boom. I know,
you
right?
are amazing.
Under 20 $2, you get 2 books and some epic art and an awesome ass story. So I need to figure out what's going to happen in issue 2 because I will most likely be doing that one because I have 2 cons and K-pop club night and a concert and some other shit happening this month. So I'm reserving my funds. So no, I will be getting that tier as well. Yeah.
I'm just
party hard this month.
You already got us
month.
freaking.
Let me tell you.
Funded over here. Like, this has been a very successful podcast.
It has. I mean, we are 2 backers away from hitting 200. Let's see if we can do that. Because guess what? I'm pledging right now. Boom.
Ooh, 199.
Wait, am I on cam as I'm doing this? That'd be hilarious.
I can't see it now.
All right, whatever. I'm just gonna do those 2. We're going down here and kaboom. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add bonus support for $1. So it's $20.
Hey, that's no joke. Every dollar counts. Don't let them fool you.
Every dollar counts because you're also trying to get funded. You were before we got here. What was it? 75% funded.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're over that now.
You might be over that now because I think you're going to be at 200 backers by the time this is done.
Yeah.
All right. Kaboom. Nice. We're very close. You're also very close to hitting 3,700. So whoever's going to back the next. While we're on the stream, you're gonna hit I know, right? Iggy and Ketchup got you excited. You know what's also funny is his cover gives me ketchup vibes. Ketchup and mustard vibes. You know what's also perfect of that? It reminds me of a hot dog, and you are a hot dog, homie, Kelly. I told you.
I love the
full on, you know, told you. You're for the hot dog homies. You were meant to be in this stream. Boom. Yeah. There you have it.
I was lucky.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Thank you for, like I said, even inviting me on. Like everything about it has worked out. But yeah, 199. Oh, baby.
Who's gonna be our other magical backer? Can we do that before we end the stream? Because we've been on for 2 hours and 6 minutes. I have to epically pee after all the monsters and Mountain Dew. I have drink.
I believe is a song.
Almost. We'll see, but yeah. It's 9 o'clock. It feels later than that. I can't believe it's. Wait for you. Okay, we're gonna wait for you because you're gonna be backing right now, and it'll bring you up to 200.
Beautiful.
Boom. Beautiful. Okay, we're not gonna end it. We're not gonna end it till the worm gets his.
Till the worm gets his.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh man, here comes Jalen Brunson off the bench. I like it. I like what's going on. We got
and we gotta get this because your Knicks gotta win too. So the 200 is definitely happening.
That good juju, baby. Oh, 200. We up here.
We did
it. Right when he backed it, they missed the shot too, and the Knicks got the rebound. I love it.
Oh, look at that! It's the magical time here. Boom. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you everybody who was in here. Thank you everyone who backed. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. I'm just feeling really good right now.
Perfect. I'm glad that you feel that way. And I massively have to pee now. So we're going to end it here. Thank you very much for coming on. You are welcome at any time. We will nerd out of whatever the hell you've got going on.
Wait. Yeah, I look forward to the next time.
It's going to be fun. So let's get out of here. Thank you guys for hopping in here and checking it out. Bye.
199 in the bookworm. Bye. Good night, everybody. Go Knicks.
Right. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, my team sucks. So, yeah, go your team.